All right, and we are live. What's up, everybody?
Horse
Hello.
dick.
Oh,
Hey, welcome to episode
So,
24 of our
banned.
main campaign.
Immediately.
Yep. Where we're not going to discuss Nights On ever. Yeah, a couple announcements up front. If you missed Nights Off this past Saturday, we made an announcement that we're moving to Sundays for those shows. So Nights Off and Speechless Nights, both of our off night shows that Mac and I are usually on, moving to Sundays starting this week. So catch us then. Still 8:30 p.m. EST. So same time, just different day. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a couple more faces on there. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes. But Sundays just work out better for us.
In addition to that, though, Nights Off, that bi-weekly show is also now a podcast. So we're on Apple, we're on Spotify and Anchor, and probably some other places now too. So every other week,
it should be set up for Amazon Prime. The Prime one, Stitcher. That's another one that a lot of people actually use. So yeah, that should pop up on Mondays.
All right. We also have our social media, and Discord. Come chat with us. And more recently, we have TikTok going on. We have a new TikTok page that Joel's running.
To be fair, it's existed, but haven't really been doing much with it. So I got a wild hair and just started doing stupid shit on it.
Hey.
So
doing it now.
We're doing aside from my ridiculousness. There'll be like some clips from the previous episodes, kind of cut together, which Mac is taking the lead on that. But various little things that we think might be fun on TikTok will be appearing there. Or if you just want to see me look like an idiot, I'll be there as well.
Yeah, we got highlights, skits, funny little videos, all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be fun. Check it out. Yeah, and we also have some new art by Manuel, our lovely artist for all of our character art, all that kind of stuff. Ook Grandfather. I'm actually gonna send it out in the Twitch chat if you guys want to look at the full resolution artwork yourself. You can check it out.
It's pretty rad.
It's pretty awesome. We definitely love Manuel. He's done some awesome work on our stuff. You can find a link to his socials and a Gmail below the stream. Say character art by Manuel. Get in touch with him. Get some fan art done. He's awesome. What else? Oh, the giveaway is still going on. So many announcements today. We got the 5th edition Player's Handbook or the Roll and Play Guide. Upon reaching 100 followers, a random one of our followers will get their pick of those two books. The 5th edition Player's Handbook will get you started with D&D, has all the rules you need to play as a player. Or the Roll and Play Guide, if you want a GM instead. That's got GM tools, roll tables, everything you need to set up your fantasy world, that kind of stuff. Written and designed by Sam Bartlett, the Roll and Play Guide. And I think that's everything except for new followers. Mac.
Yeah, we do have one new follower, Cowsoap X. Thanks for hanging out.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Thanks for following.
Thank you, Drew.
What up, Drew?
Thanks for following.
What's up, Drew?
We see you.
At least our friends like us.
But yeah, that's all I got. So, and anybody got any news that they want to share?
Nah, I think we covered it, man.
No?
Awesome.
I don't know.
Some D&D.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Okay, give me one moment. Too many tabs.
So many options to murder us with.
Not saying no. Keep saying that and it will happen.
You know, it hurts, but I'm ready.
Are you ready to die?
Is dying necessary?
Maybe just
Can it
some.
be avoided? Like,
Can we vote? Can we take a vote?
Yeah.
I mean, I do
It's
love
a
making new
democracy.
characters.
This is a democracy, chirocracy.
Okay. We continued our adventure in the midst of a one-on-one battle between an old orc. I'm going to call him a sage. who seemed to control the power of the sun, who, at the end of the episode before, challenged Redrick, our dragon-like friend, our dragon-esque barbarian friend, to prove himself, saying that this was one last charge by his deity. The challenge began. A little oddly, as your friend Redrick, as you're used to seeing him transforming to his dragon-like appearance, instead, like most recently, pulled out his daggers. And the fight began. This orc sage, cleric of a sun, obviously outmatched your friend in one way or another, trying to pry the rage out from underneath him, trying to get him to show, or Redrick to show him something that was buried deep within him. Using the power of what looked like fire and the sun combined, it seemed only to help a little bit as Redrick's rage slowly built up, until eventually, after moments of refusal, and moments of getting his ass beat, Redrick was defeated with one mighty blast, as if the rays of the sun itself consumed Redrick. He lay there now, in front of all of you, completely scaled. Red scales, as if you've seen him transform before. Usually it's just one part of his body. A snout, the claws, the tail. But he laid there in front of you after this mighty blast, completely covered in scales. Odd, though. Not like any normal dragonborn that you all have seen or met in your times and your journeys, but almost as if a human had turned into a dragon. That makes sense. Still very human-like features, but scaled. Other than the tail, the snout, and the large dragon-like claws. Mentioning the failure, the orc sage turned and walked back up the stairs towards the Golden Gate, leaving your friend there, barely alive. As the rest of you rushed up to aid him, you began to heal him, and slowly breath returned to Redrick's lungs. Slowly but surely, the scales began to fade, the claws began to retract, the tail disappear, and the snout return to a normal-like nose. Confused about what all was said, and what had all happened here, Ren and Calder decided to take matters into their own hands, and walk up these golden stairs and approach the orc sage and demanded answers. What exactly was this man trying to do with their friend Redrick? What exactly was he trying to do, prying the rage and the dragon-like abilities out of their friend? He did not give up much after being called a coward, and many other choice words by Calder. He told you that, in time, Redrick would know, and it was not his place to answer your questions. You asked him one other thing, and it was to aid you into whatever abyss and mystery now lies ahead of you on the other side of the Golden Gate, in which he refused, telling you that he was charged with his duty for way too long and has finally gained his freedom, and he will stay here no longer, and him and his people will move on. Whatever is down beneath or behind that gate is now yours to face, yours to tackle. Whatever this chaos might be, it almost seems like it's up to you. Chasing after him, Redrick, getting a new fit of attire, in his little turtleneck and capris, chased after this Orcus sage, and also was questioning for answers, which he didn't find any. Whatever mystery lies within Redrick's blood is still a mystery. Something odd, though. As Redrick tried to control his powers once more, he seemingly, once again, has regained control. Being able to come in and out of the rage like he had once done before. Maybe a little bit of confidence growing within inside of him. Not too sure. But you all gathered in front of this gate, this massive golden gate beneath golden pillars and massive golden statues of some kind of dwarves of old. It stood the length of this massive wall, built inside into the Great Rift itself, depicting a great artwork carved by some meticulous, or many meticulous dwarven scholars and craftsmen some time ago, depicting the history of these golden dwarves that may or may not have battled a few dragons and done, as you had seen, many accomplishments. Almost like an entire history was carved into this door. You took interest into some of the carvings. Mainly, the massive dragon with odd shaped horns that kind of rolled into one another. And then they slowly protruded. And as you all got closer and closer, and investigated even more and more, you saw that scenes of the dwarves' history became more apparent as you got closer and closer, and smaller pieces were what actually made up the picture, the larger picture. Smaller scenes of dwarves battling dragons, men battling dragons, elves battling dragons, all depicted within this massive carved out dragon in gold in the Golden Gate. Some further investigation led Ren to find a very small picture carved deep within the large dragon's eyes. 3 individuals standing triumphantly on the body of a large dragon. Almost nearly identical to what Redrick's body structure looked like when he had laid there transformed. Though with not much detail. Because even the most talented craftsman could not get detail that small. But there was a resemblance. Well, how the hell were you going to get into the gate anyway? Asking Mizo, he told you that the last time he was here, the gate was already open. And he has no idea how to open the gate. And upon further investigation, you found odd scratches, like someone had carved dwarvish runes, well, dwarvish language, into the side of this wall, into the side of this carving. A passage. A riddle, to be exact. You have forsaken us. You move on without us. None master you. Until now. Still, you never stand. So move on we must. But no matter how far we go, none can lose you forever. It took you some time to figure out the exact word that would open the golden gate here that stood in front of you. Time. And as Isaiah was repeating your guesses to the door in Dwarven language, he finally spoke that word. And the massive golden doors that stood in front of you began to open, causing large debris to fall from the overhang of this wall that the door was built into. As it opened, a path was laid out in front of you. About a 10-foot wide golden path went straight from the door and onward. And as you looked inside, There seemed to be no floor, or walls, or ceiling that accompanied this path. As you looked inside, you saw nothing but darkness that surrounded it, lit by the tiniest bit of light. Starlight. Some of you, more riskier folk, decided to take a journey into this path, in which time itself seemed to be slowed, halted in some way, shape, or form. Many odd experiments you all tried. Cassis firing a bullet into the sky, or into, I guess, the abyss, and as it hit this barrier, it stopped. And as it stopped, the bullet still spinning in the air, Cassis tapped it, and it floated on into the abyss. Velkin's magic, oddly working at some points and at other points not working. The flame that she tried to produce in her hands slowly growing to a small ember before realizing that everything was slowed down here. And as more and more of you began to enter, more and more of you began to realize that you forgot the names of your friends. You didn't really... Well, you knew them. You remember the things that you've done with them. But you began to forget their name. Some other tests were had, as Egval decided to take a sword into the barrier, or the space here. And as it seemed to hit this sort of invisible barrier, it stopped. Egval, refusing to let go of his sword, began to get pulled towards the edge of this pathway. Not too sure what would happen to him if his feet would slip off. The rest of you rushed to try to save him. Almost failing. Before Egval was pulled back. And the sword slowly floating out into the abyss. Egval, another one, forgetting a few of his friends. Ren, another test was had by you when you tried to throw one of your psionic daggers into the abyss here, the starry lit sky that surrounded you. And it traveled normally, oddly enough. One of the few things that did. In a panic, all of you decided, let's get the hell out of here before more of us begin to forget almost everything. And you departed. The memory is slowly regaining from some of you. As after you had got a night's rest, Egval, you did remember your friend Calder. And Velkin remembering the names of your companions. During the night, you prepared. Velkin, you sent Yorens inside to scout ahead to see how far this path went before it disappeared into darkness, in which he got to a small little corner, which led to a very large set of golden spiraling stairs that seemed to descend forever. He also spotted a large beast of some kind, serpent-like, deep within this starry abyss. You eventually had Yorens return to you, relaying this information to your party members. One last thing that had happened during the evening. Mizo. Acting a little bit differently. More afraid. Timid. Worried. Knowing that he had struck a deal that he probably should have never struck. Returning to a place that had obviously scarred this little kobold in some one way, shape, or form. Who knows what mysteries he had discovered as he had traveled here, or really how long he had been trapped behind this golden gate, as time seems to be odd within these walls. You all now have a decision. you descend into the darkness? As it is now dawn, and you waited until the sun was just the perfect height in the sky to light up the path in front of you. That is where we will continue our adventure.
So we were, just as a refresher, we were waiting until midday, correct?
I think
Correct.
so.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think we should do a couple of things to prepare before we go in. Like, I think it would be a good idea to maybe write some stuff down, like our names and the fact that we're all friends, and we could each carry one in case, we all lose our memories.
You think we want to carry something or write on us? Something we can't lose.
Either or, yeah. I'm
Wait,
just worried because,
Did someone lose their memories? Who did that?
You, for one. Yeah.
you remember Velkin forgot names, right? You remember that.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, then wouldn't only. I.
If it happened to her, it can happen to any of us. So let's just go ahead and write down some stuff.
Okay.
And then Redrick, you're going to hear in your head. I also think we should show them the mural before we go in. I know it's only been a few hours to get used to it, but I don't think it should. I think we should all know that. But she's not going to say that out loud. That's just in your head.
From
Do we have-
writing, he pauses for a second, and, looks at you and shrugs, and then just keeps writing.
And I spent a lot of time staring at that wall. I noticed a few things, so I'll show you guys.
Does anyone have some paper or parchment and something to write with? I mean, if you're using it, that's okay. When you're done, because I don't
Yeah,
really
we'll
have
do
anything like that.
Um,
A wizard? Never.
Yeah.
Never would have paper
Huh?
on me.
Yeah, I think that'd be a little weird for you. I don't know why you need
Mhm.
paper. Yeah.
Yes,
should we
I
have a uniform thing? Are we all writing the same thing?
Well, if we're just worried about forgetting each other, maybe we don't need paper. Isaiah will go up to Ook, to his back, where little sections have been cornered off for schematics of grandfather and a couple other things, and take out a little etching tool and start drawing, and the lines sort of shift after he's done fixing all of his little mistakes because he's not an artist. And it comes up with a picture of the entire party with a semi-visible Adlith in the background. And it comes up with all of our names. At least we'll remember each other.
What are you doing to do this?
Magical tinkering.
That's a neat
Maybe,
trick.
just in case. I mean, names was what was forgotten primarily, although Egg forgot me entirely. It could get worse. Maybe put
Wait.
something on there about why we're there.
Wait.
Wait.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I know you don't
What do you
remember
mean?
not remembering.
A little
but
bit.
Just-
A little
Wait,
bit.
what? Wait, hold on. I forgot you.
I thought Vulcan remembered not remembering, didn't she? Did Egg forget that he forgot?
Oh, you kind of had this odd feeling that you. Here's the thing. I would not say he remembered that he forgot Calder, but when you reminded him, I mean, it's hard to forget that you forgot something.
Is it almost
Or it's hard to remember. Sorry, it's hard to remember that you forgot something. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is
So
he
you're
almost
like, oh.
who's that stranger that was there yesterday?
Well, it
And
was
that
after
was
you.
big.
It was after you woke up, in which you remember Calder. So technically, no. But he remembers Velkin forgetting, and Velkin remembers Egg forgetting. So you both know you
Oh.
guys had forgot something. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait.
Now I'm confused.
Wait.
It's all right. It's all right.
Wait. So I forgot you?
Yeah, it's all right, Egg.
I
It's
uh,
gonna happen in there.
seems kind of like slumps or like thinking to himself.
Look, that's why
Um,
we're making the note. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
And
I forgot
just-
who everyone was. Well, I did. I knew who everyone was. I didn't remember their names. So you technically did better than me.
Is
You did remember my ass, though.
hard to forget.
It's true.
Is
Exactly.
there anything, Falcon, Egg?
Mm.
Do you have anything you can do to help us not forget?
Oh yeah.
I'm also still going to write myself a letter. I mean, you guys can do it or not do it if you want, but just in case we get separated or in case anything happens to Ook, I don't want to only rely on that. So I'm just going to write like, my name is Ren. I'm traveling with 6 people. They are my friends. Something like that.
Great.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. With my repertoire of spells, there's nothing that I could foresee being helpful in this situation.
Yeah, also about that, I don't know if I want those spells cast on me specifically after what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm very
I-
comfortable with that happening.
here's the thing. So I think I told someone about this. I don't know if I mentioned it to everybody. Some of my magic is fine. Some of it is not. I tried casting another spell, another chronology spell on myself to see what would happen, and there was no effect. Didn't have any dire effects like it did on Egg.
Was there
So-
a difference in the type of spell, like what it normally does?
Oh, well, the thing is, the thing that I cast on Egg was like a sort of ability, something that I know how to do, can do daily. As the
But what
thing
is
that
it
I cast-
supposed to do? What is the effect?
Well, they both temper with time in a way. One is a sort of rewind, the one that I did on Egg. It's a
An
rewind and then
immediate rewind, yes.
yes, and then the one
Okay.
that I did on myself is kind of like a future thing, like a foresee. Like I'd cast it on Ren before, and it kind of
Like a
makes you a
sort of
little more
clairvoyant.
alert. Yes, it makes you a little
That
more
might be
alert.
why. That immediate rewind might have been the sticking
Is that
point.
That's
so?
true.
That's why I couldn't move or breathe.
Yes, it's my fault.
Could you not do that again, please?
Yes,
I make
please,
no
don't.
promises.
Please don't do that again.
I won't do it, Egg. I didn't
Okay,
know I would
thank
do it
you.
happen the first time, but now I do know.
Okay, thank you.
Falcon, when you
Yeah.
cast the spell on yourself,
Mhm.
were you interacting with anything that was caught in the whatever the fuck it is outside the path?
No, I was just standing there.
And things move normally, mostly, on the path. So it
That
might
was-
have been.
Sorry, yeah.
I was just gonna say it might have been the fact that Egg was yanking on a sword that was caught in whatever this barrier is.
It wasn't any
That's
sword
not-
though.
Best not risk it, I think, either way.
Unless we have to. But
But I mean, if
a fair heads up before you freeze someone in place and they can't breathe.
here's the thing, if we're in a position where like that's a have to kind of spell and then it doesn't work, then we're way worse off had it not happened.
Best thing I can say is we just keep to the path and move quickly.
Agreed.
Hopefully,
yeah.
it's yes.
I'm sorry. Speaking of swords, does anyone have a spare sword? Because I really
Yeah, I
only
have-
have my kitchen knife and like a couple daggers.
Yeah, I
Um,
never use my sword. So here, and I hand over a short sword that I have on me that I've only used once.
I mean, that's kind of cute, but Redrick's got a big one that he doesn't use.
Yeah, it's sort of bent in half though. So
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I
I can
mean,
al-
I
Yeah,
just have like
shit.
a sword in my hand.
I can also give you a javelin if you prefer.
Javelin, short sword. Let me see the javelin. Just kind of look at it.
Different technique, probably about the same damage.
Yeah, that's
Jabby
what I
or
was
stabby?
thinking. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's swing or poke. I don't know. I'll hand back over the javelin. I think I'll stick with the sword. At least there's something to protect my hand, kind of.
Sure.
I'd like to think that since it's kind of meant more for humans, it looks just a little small.
It's a little small.
It's like a dagger.
Like a dagger.
But I mean, it's
mm,
something. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh,
By
speak-
the way, oh sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, if we want while we're in there, I can send Eorance out 100 feet in front of us to be scouting. I just need. And she looks around. Calder needs to carry me, but then I can have Eorance in front of us. You know?
That's probably a good idea. I want to point out something else that I was thinking about, and that's the fact that the orcs didn't talk, and I'm pretty sure the halflings, we never got to speak to them, but I'm pretty sure they didn't talk either. People said that they just like spoke to each other in their minds. So we might want to try to be like super quiet in there.
Works.
You did. Velkin said she saw some kind of creature.
Yeah.
Probably best
Something
not to
like
draw
that.
attention.
It's not something we do very well.
We
do
is the
our
big
best.
word.
Yeah.
Justice.
Do our best, and I was thinking like I'm already connected to 3 of you, and then one of them's not Vulcan, right? Vulcan, how does your one of them is Vulcan. How does your messaging work?
I have to be the one to initiate it, and then they can
Mhm.
respond. It's about 30 feet.
Okay.
Who
Well,
are you?
Yours is
connected
only
to?
lasting currently for an hour. Am I correct? Remembering?
Mine, yeah. Yeah.
And mine is like I just.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
I
have
can
to
do
do it
it.
again. That's right.
I can do it in a limited amount of times.
Didn't you roll like 8
Unlimited?
on that check?
That was the night before.
Yesterday, I
the day before.
think.
Yeah. No,
Who
it
are
was
you
1 hour
connected
this
to right
time.
now?
Right now I'm connected to where am I? Where is it? Red, Calder, and Velkin.
Hey, Isaiah, you know that thing when we first arrived, you gave us a couple of us a ring that kind of bolstered us a little bit. Are you able to do that again?
Yes.
Just in
We're not-
case.
I mean that helps if we get into a fight. That doesn't help if you lose your memory or step off into
Oh,
math and half of you freezes and you can't breathe.
I'm
Usually
aware.
good
It's just
to
we
a
don't
fight.
know what's in there, and if possible, I'd rather not something eat me if I can avoid it.
If we want to be quiet, there's nothing I can do about Ook, and I don't know if there's anything we can do about Calder. But
This helps out a little bit. Hold the amulet.
then Castus, maybe you and I could. My armor is a little sweaty. I've been working in it all night, but maybe Velkin could do something about that. If we could switch, yours is a lot quieter than mine, and your boots are already pretty good for that.
You want to swap? I can lend you my scale mail.
For a little while, if we want to be quiet, because otherwise I'm gonna be a little bit noisy.
That's fine. I still have my leather, so I can put that on. So at least I have a little something on me.
We've
Or
always
if you
just.
take my scale, it's the same thing. It's just not as quiet.
Oh, okay.
I
Gotcha.
feel like-
Okay. Yeah. We'll just.
I feel like we could just have people go ahead, like we always do. A couple of us stay back.
We're talking about not drawing the attention of the giant, possibly giant flying monster out in space.
Yeah, that and just the fact that all of the groups that were protecting these weird fucking places didn't talk. I think speaking is the most important thing to avoid.
Do we want to make? Do we want to make signs that we could hold up then if we need to communicate simple things like stop, go, quiet?
I mean, we do have a little bit of time before we go in, and Velkin will do if everybody's willing. She knows the signs from like her people, from doing like raids and stuff like that, so she could teach the basic stop go that the drow used to communicate.
Probably a good plan. And then between me and you, Velkin, I think we can speak to everybody if we need to explicitly.
Okay,
Yeah.
now that's not gonna like freeze someone's mind when Velkin does that or anything. We've
No,
we've tried
I
that.
already
Okay,
Yeah.
did it while we were in there. Yes.
just making sure.
But yeah,
Yeah.
she'll go over like stop, go, wait,
Danger.
danger, and then just pointing like left and right, like draw
Um,
attention one way or the other.
Maybe
As
I mean,
she's
it's
on
basic.
there as
It's
well.
basic military-esque hand signals that
Yeah.
you're teaching them.
Yeah.
Those
Um,
simple signs. Now, if you want to get to like larger words like danger, it would take in like formulating sentences. It would take longer.
Can we
Not
do
formulating
the danger?
sentences.
No, just like
Just,
could
like,
she just add
enemy.
danger in it?
Yeah, like stop, go, wait, and enemy.
Sure,
Or, yeah.
I'll give you that.
Woo!
As she's going over all that with us, Calder will take out his ink and quill, and on the back of his hand, write press forward, stop the black gate, trust, and then next to trust, write the names of everybody else in the party, and then just hand it over to Ren.
Do similar, just write Ren. My name is Ren. I'm trying to stop the Black Gate, and my friends are, and just like a brief description, like old guy, dark guy, scaly guy, tall guy, drow lady, and big fucking dude.
Big fucking.
Hey, you're getting run out of room on your tiny hands. So you do got to go up on the rest a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good idea.
Well,
Though. I'll add my own name too. That's smart.
Yeah.
I wrote a small letter and I'm tucking it into kind of into the same pouch where I stick my the crest. I normally my dad's crest. I have a little letter for myself.
Yeah, Vilken will. She'll write the basics just on the inside of her arm, but she tucks like a letter and she sits there writing for a little bit and just kind of tucks it in like the inside of her cloak. And then she walks over to Calder and says, "Can I see your hand?
Which one?
The one you wrote on." Okay, and then just so you don't forget, and she's gonna scribble fiance beside her name, and then give his hand back. Don't want you to forget, you know.
I'm not sure that's necessarily appropriate in the moment. What if I believe it? That could be.
Then you believe it, you know.
Sure.
Hey, at least we'll get a show if we remember.
Don't think I don't see you making moves. I know what this is about.
So Isaiah will switch armor with Castus, which is +1 scale actually, because I can't.
Oh, okay.
use that.
Cool.
I'll hand Elkbone rings to Velkin, Castus, and Ren. Which
What are
is,
these two again?
This is the aid spell, so +5 to your current and maximum hit points for the next 8 hours.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
Damn, over 40 hit points now. Let's go.
Same.
I have fewer hit points than
Wait.
the wizard.
I have 36 at max.
40. How many do
I-
you have?
30. I literally rolled like 1s and 2s on my.
Oh,
It's been.
Oh,
Okay,
that
so
hurts.
Isaiah, so it's a +1 scale mail, so that means I have a 17 armor class then because of it, right? With my current scale mail, it's 16, so I would have
Yeah.
17.
17.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
16
Damn.
plus 1 is 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hush yourself there, DM.
If it, in the
You got
D&D
almost as much as
if
I
you
do.
just go to scale mail +1, it'll automatically do that. So, but it's an infusion, and I just haven't had a long rest to be able to change
Okay,
it out.
so with the chainmail, that would impose disadvantage because of my boots. That's advantage. I just have a straight roll.
Yep, we
This-
both now just have straight rolls.
Cool. Okay, that'll work.
I still have a +0, but it's a straight roll instead of disadvantage.
I got a -1, man. I'm with you.
Ook's got a +1. Ook is quieter than the both of us. All right.
What time is it now, DM?
It's getting close. When we
Getting
ended,
close.
it was pretty much at that point.
Yeah.
So
Any,
it might even been. You're probably right at the precipice. Ren, it's probably been a good 30 minutes or so since you connected
Okay.
to your fellow companions.
I
After
will.
learning the signs, writing, preparing your things.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna make new connections like right before we go in. But before that, I just want to do a quick little show and tell, just so we're all on the same page about what I've noticed about the wall. Does anybody else have anything real quick?
I was just
Yep,
gonna.
what you got?
I was just gonna ask Velkin what this sign meant in Drow, but it's okay.
Oh, does the middle finger have a different meaning in Drow?
No, it does not.
Perfect.
It does not. It means fuck you.
That's all we need.
Yeah, so if we're walking towards the gate, as we get there, I will point out the overall picture. And so if we look here, there's the big fucking dragon, but then if you look closer, there's like a bunch of other dragons that seem to be at like different times. They're different dragons and they're all working independently, but they all kind of seem to be under the umbrella of the big guy. And they're like fighting different peoples, like dwarves and men and blah, 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 all this sort of stuff. And then I'll just go over everything that I've seen. And then the most interesting part, if you turn your attention to the Eye of the Dragon, there's a scene of a fight. And
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Tell her to shut up.
no.
Silence witch.
Can't stop me. I'll point out the scene and the Eye of the Dragon to everybody.
And we're
You see what
singing
she's
that
seen.
looks like red.
Yeah, kinda.
And I'll gesture to like my outfit. They got the armor wrong, but otherwise.
What's the two around him? Any idea on that one?
Yeah. So that's another good question.
Yeah.
If that's
There's-
him, do the other two resemble any of the rest of us?
I think they're just kind of like silhouettes, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I think they were running out of space. It's like this big, so only had enough detail for the star of the show.
Have any of us ever seen a dragon like that before?
Like what? The big one?
The big one with the horns.
Give me a history check.
Ooh, that was actually good. Plus 6 is 24.
You've never seen this dragon before in your entire life. Odd. You'd think you'd have heard tales on your travels, in your studies, of a dragon at least this size, or of this import, that they would carve a massive etching of it in the Golden Wall here. Doesn't bring anything in your memory.
Unless everyone forgot it.
And the horns look weird for a dragon, right?
Correct. Now, the horns on a dragon, they can come in all different shapes and sizes. But the spirals that are carved, they almost just... So eventually they come out. Odd. You've never seen anything like that before.
And correct me if I'm
Not
wrong.
saying it's impossible, but...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks more like a worm, like it's wingless, or does it have
No,
wings?
this has wings.
Okay. Never mind.
Any last points of conversation, preparations
Are
before
we
we go?
sending Eorns, Radnut ahead of us to guide us?
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Vulcan will summon him and kind of put him down on the ground.
When you're looking through Yorns's eyes, you can feel things though, right? Like if I tap you to signal you to come back to yourself, you'll know.
Yes, I just can't hear or see.
Okay.
Because my senses are in Eorns's. And if you're ever unsure of whose vision I am in, you can tell by my eyes. If they look like they are Eorns's.
I figure you'll be riding on my back. I might not be able to see him, but I just
That's
wanted
true.
to know if I could kind of wake you up that way.
Yes, you can. And I
Okay.
can dismiss it whenever.
So can we
Point of
go-
order. Where's my cat?
Perception check.
Where's Draco been hiding this entire time? Ooh, that's good. Perception. That's a dirty 20.
Give me one moment. I've seemingly having a
Lost your
problem with my
cat.
mouse. You do not see your cat.
Okay. I just kind of just sigh. I'm like, all right.
Just gonna see it drifting through space when we're in there. Just real slowly. Yeah.
We
All right,
all ready?
so before we go, we're moving through here quick, right? Like we're moving.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
I think so,
for
yeah.
sure.
Cool.
I think I'll make. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Calder, if you've got Velkin, I think I'll take. Me and Ook will take in front of you. That way you don't have to worry too much about the first wave. Get a chance to put it
Where should Miso go?
in the middle.
I
So
just see
you
him-
stay in the middle with the group, with everyone else. We don't want you to
Be
get
safest.
too far away
Mm.
from us.
Who am I standing behind?
Stand in front of Ren.
Yeah, I'll be towards the back.
Yeah, your favorite person in the party. Miso,
I don't want
you
to stand in front of her, so stand me in back.
I'm really not that interested in you, Miso.
You can stand in front of me.
Honestly,
We'd be like a super small, extra large, weird looking thing. I think it'd be funny.
You're just a big baby man. I feel way better with her.
Points to
I
Ren.
mean,
Mizo, there's no need to be testy. We're just trying to make sure you stay okay.
oh, it works. It works. Shh.
I
So doesn't need
next
your
to
protection.
Egg, he is pretty much the size of a testy, so
It's, Mizo, you can be behind Calder and I, and then in front of Ren. How's that sound?
Yeah, there'll be a few people between us.
We're buddies,
I'll stay
right?
towards the back.
You and I.
Fine. I don't like not being in the front.
It's okay. You'll be like closer to the front than the back.
Closer to the front and the back.
The front back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd also like to be
No.
up front. I don't really want to keep taking the back, but
I'll be up front. I'll be probably after Yorns.
Can't have
I'll keep
everybody
behind.
everyone up
We
front.
gotta-
Put it hard on the line.
All right,
Okay.
I'll take the back. It's okay.
So
I'll
let's
be
just
the
repeat this
wall.
for the DM. because he's completely lost at this point.
I'll be in
All
the
right,
back.
literally
five of
everybody
us up
was
front.
front.
Yeah,
This
five
is
up
it.
front, and then Mizo, and then Egg.
You have it
All
now,
of the
if you
range.
were to line up in the path, right?
Yes.
You could stand 2 by 2.
Yes.
It's 10 feet wide.
So we'll put the
Great.
range in the middle. Ook and Isaiah will
Okay.
take the lead. Velkin and Calder will be the next row with somebody else next to on their side.
Frederick, you want to stand next to me?
And me. Don't forget I'm there too.
Well, you're on my back. I'm saying we kind of count as one space.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then maybe Castus and Ren, and then Eggval bringing up the rear.
I'm the caboose. Whatever that is.
And where's Isaiah?
Isaiah and
front,
Ook
next
are in
to Ook.
front row.
Okay, so I have Isaiah Ook.
Yep.
Redrick Calder.
With the Velkin piggyback.
Okay. So where is Mizo?
Between
Right in between.
Velkin,
Yeah.
then in front of Ren and Castus.
But behind Calder and Redrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like his own row.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because then if
And
Velkin has
Lawrence
to be put down, she'd be put down into the empty spot.
So,
Fair enough.
yeah.
I like it.
And
Um,
yours is 100 feet ahead, and you'll let me know if something fucked up happens.
Great. And yeah, Eorns will be about 100 feet ahead of us. And
We're gonna stand there and talk all day.
Isaiah,
Yeah,
switch
are
with me.
we,
Switch with me. Switch. I'm next to Ook. Come on.
Nope.
What?
That might actually be a good idea, Isaiah.
Oh my
Really?
god.
No offense, he's a little tougher.
Well,
I can take you down in one hit. I can't do that to him.
you
Again,
could-
no
boy.
offense.
It might be better him up front if he's going to take a hit. but it also might be better him in the back if he's going to be hitting.
But how am I going to hit something up front if I'm in the
You're
back?
not. That's what I'm worried about. I'd much prefer you right next to Calder.
In what way?
You
He just
yourself
start
were worried
stabbing
about hitting
Cassius in
us.
the back.
Ow!
Let-
Stop
let-
it!
Oh, he's worried about you losing control.
No, I'm worried about him being controlled. They're
Same
different things.
thing. Well, I
It's-
guess, but in this case, that's kind of the. It's fine.
It's fair. Although,
Tell you what, I
think
actually
it's
do
just
have.
as bad either way, but
Yeah, no, stay close. That's actually a good idea. I'd like you to be near me, just in case. You did well this morning, but who knows?
So right before we go in, I'm going to throw up a new connection to Red, Calder, and eggs in the back. Egg.
Red, Calder,
Yeah.
and Egg Ball.
This
Last
is the
question.
first time. This is the
Last
first
question
time.
before we go- Oh, sorry.
Sorry, this is the first time you've actually chosen egg for connection. Just saying, I've been keeping track.
That's
the
like once
first?
before, right?
Yeah,
I
it
think
is the
that's
first time you've chosen
Like
egg.
barely. This is the first time
I
you've genuinely chosen
swear I've
egg.
connected to you at least once before.
Like for a hot second. This is the first. I remembered. I'm keeping track as egg. Anyways.
It's all strategic, buddy. It's not personal.
Yeah. All right. Sure. Anyway.
That is
Last-
4 hours.
We ready to go?
Yeah,
Last question
Velkin's gonna
before-
clamber
ahead.
onto Calder's back.
When you
Isaiah,
send
yes.
Yoren- Velkin,
And then
when
Velkin,
you
you can initiate to me, and I can talk to other people. Sorry, go ahead.
Velkin, when you sent Yoren in earlier,
Yeah.
could he see the entire time he was on the path?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Was there light, or could he just see?
If I can recall correctly, there was like a light towards the end, which eventually led to the staircase.
Okay. Then we won't have to worry about that and draw attention. All right. Double time.
Velkin's
Alright.
gonna send Jornsen ahead to start
Okay.
going.
So Yoren's first. He flies in.
Goodbye.
How far do you send him?
Velkin's gonna go into his vision. She's gonna send him about 60 feet in and then motion for the group to start heading in.
Okay. So remember, the path itself, the last time Yoren had flown it, was around 100 and so feet
Mhm.
to get to the other end before he saw the stairs.
Mhm.
You all enter?
Yep. Do it.
Okay.
I did not like that music change.
I don't like it either.
I did. I loved it.
You all enter into the lit path, lit by the very high noon sun. The rays kind of shining onto this path, and it leads out in front of you. Can't really see the end of it though. Yoren's about you said 60 feet, correct?
Yeah, but I'm assuming he's traveling a little quicker than us because like we're having to walk in a line. He's flying out, so he'll get to a maximum of 100 feet in front of us, and then
Okay.
kind of wait at the top of the stairs for us to catch up a little, and then proceed down.
You all enter. That same pressurized noise fills your ears before silence strikes all of you. You can almost hear your breath, every breath that you take, the metal on metal of Ook, and some of your boots clanking as you walk on. Down the large golden path, surrounded by pitch black. The stars fainter now than they were before when you had originally entered in here. You continue to send your ones forward. Okay.
Can Can I throw out
Yorins
there
have-
real quick?
good.
Keeping an eye out for any sort of snake creatures, spooky flying things around us as we go.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Sure. That is a nat 1 for a 5.
Good job.
Perfect. You continue to walk on. Yorins eventually finds his perch at the very edge of that corner that which he had found before. Plops down. He turns and you can see all of you. About 20 or so feet in the distance.
He'll send him down the stairs.
Begins to spiral. You all have been walking for some time. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. You should have covered the distance by now. Give me a wisdom saving throw, all of you.
No,
Yeah.
I don't have dice. 1 second.
Are we not at the
dear.
stairs yet?
Oh dear.
D&D?
Oh.
Not reached the stairs.
We have not reached the stairs.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Don't tell me yet. Make sure everybody gets their rolls in.
Get how to breathe.
That would be unfortunate.
That would be fortunate. But
I
I
make
hope
one for Mizo as well. The -1. All right, Isaiah.
5 minus 1 is 4.
Perfect. Redrick.
That would be a natural 1 for a 2.
Perfect.
We
Cassis.
19.
Okay. Velkin.
18.
Eggball.
6.
Perfect. Calder.
15.
And Ren.
4.
Oh my
All
god,
right.
it was either 15 or up or
Oh.
like 6 and below. There's no in between.
Yep.
Cassis and Velkin. You two are the only ones that realize at this point that you've been walking for way too long. You're making progress as you look down. But as you look up, you're not making any progress.
But Yorins has made it to.
Urins has made it. And you
I
begin to
turn
descend
around.
the stairs as you realize this.
Turn around and look at where the door was. How close are we to that in perspective of us walking for like 10 minutes?
10 minutes worth of walking. Continues to get farther and farther. But you do not get any closer to your destination.
Falcon, can you
Redrick.
hear me?
You don't remember any of your friends' names.
Good. Mm-hmm.
And you don't get a response. Because Falcon can't hear
Okay.
anything. But she's going to, like, realizing this herself, she's going to ask Yorins to come back up so she can see him. Or, like, so she can see the party from his eyes. And see if he can come back closer to us. And see how if the gap kind of, if it closes or, like, what happens.
Okay. When he eventually gets back up to the top of the stairs, you see he kind of floats there for a moment. Give me a perception check with him.
Can I try to see him at all?
You can also roll me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, that's not terrible. 14.
21.
Okay. You do not see Yorins. You don't even see the path ending. You just see the path laid out in front of you. And it's about like 30 or 40 feet. It just kind of fades into darkness. But you feel like you're walking forward.
So
As you
I'm
look back, it continues to get farther and farther away. Yorans, what'd you roll?
21.
You can make out vague shapes in the distance. Mainly Eggball. Just because he's tall and he's kind of obvious.
Okay.
You would barely even notice that they were human or humanoids from the distance if you haven't rolled so high.
Could she start calling Eorans towards us and to see if we can kind of meet up?
Sure. It will take him some time to get to you.
Mhm.
What do you guys do? Continue to walk?
I will bring this to everyone's attention because as everyone's kind of walking, and I'm like, we've been walking for a really long time in
talking out
regard
loud?
for 100 feet. Yes, I'm saying it out loud because I don't have mental connection, so I'm whispering. I'll be whispering to I guess Ren would be the closest person. Like,
by the
we've
way,
walking...
stealth checks from all of you as well. I forgot you were
Stealth
trying to be
checks.
quiet.
No.
Sneaky
Ooh,
boy.
that's bad. That's a bad roll. I have misadvantage.
I don't think I've got a +7 to stealth. I don't think I've rolled above 15 this entire fucking campaign.
Jeez.
So it's an 11 from me.
Oh my god.
Wow.
For me.
Yeah.
Isaiah.
I got a 6. Ook got a 16.
Okay. Redrick.
18.
Cassis.
11.
Velkin.
I too have a +7 for a total of 8.
Failure. Eggval.
How are you making noise on his back?
We're dead. We're dead.
15.
Okay. Calder.
Let it be known that Loud Pants McGee Calder was number 2 today. I rolled a 17.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Well done.
And
11.
Mizo breaks the tie
So sneaky.
In a good way or a bad way?
with the 5. No,
God damn
a
it.
6.
Bad way.
Ah!
Well, here we go.
You begin to whisper, Cassis, to all of your friends.
You've
do you
been
guys
going
do?
for a really long time.
Okay.
Not getting any closer.
She'll just tap you on the chest and be like, and then she'll say in Calder's head, "Hey, tap Velkin, get her to connect with Castus."
You're muted.
You're muted.
Muted.
Yeah.
Sorry, you see her turn around and blink, and the eyes go from the cat-like ones to the red drow eyes, and she says, and mentally to Ren, just with message. Yeah.
Castus noticed something. He said something. We've been here too long. Maybe connect to him and see what he's trying to say.
Oh, you get a response again.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually noticed that too. I went into Eorns' vision, and we seem very, very far away from him. He is coming back to us now.
Weird. Okay. I'm just gonna look at Castus and give him like a thumbs up, like noted. And then back to Velkin. What should we do?
I'm not sure. I kind of want to keep continuing forward and see if we get to a point where we meet up with the Eorns.
Okay.
We.
That makes sense to me.
I say this out loud. So, how?
You're gonna hear immediately in your head, "Hey, you can talk to me this way. What's up?"
I'm gonna say out loud, "Hello."
She's gonna slap you in the chest.
We need to
I'm
keep
so-
moving.
I'm still gonna say out loud. How
Mizo says out loud.
all the way back
You're going to
Hello?
hear in your head, think at me, egg, not with your mouth.
I'm gonna think to myself, why are you so angry?
And you're going to hear back, like, I'm not angry, I'm concerned. We decided to be quiet.
As you all stand on
Remember?
this long
We should Ren's
golden bridge above
Oh.
the abyss.
Ren's going
Well-
to hear we should think and walk.
Yeah,
I mean-
I'm down for that.
To be fair, Isaiah hasn't heard any of this, and he has kept walking.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't realize
you
you
were
were
gonna
stop
Go.
walking.
I'll probably notice if Calder stopped, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So
You guys
how?
had
No
to
one's
go.
talking to me either, so I don't fucking
You have
know.
Velkin on your back though, so when she like
Yeah, but I don't know.
turns-
I mean, yeah, like I pointed her out, but I have no idea what's going on.
What is it? I'm gonna think to Ren. How far were we supposed to walk? If we've walked too far,
Well,
like 100
that's-
feet. I don't think it takes so long to walk 100 feet.
No, it's definitely something weird, but Velkin thinks that we should keep moving, so that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'll
As
also-
you hold on, Redrick, as you continue to walk, and your party's having this conversation around you, you can't remember the names. You're struggling to even remember why the hell you're here. You
Who
can't
is
remember
this?
your own name, Redrick.
I don't even know why we're here.
You vaguely have memory. You have a vague memory. It's kind of giving you this drive
Great.
to keep going, but you don't even remember your own name.
And Isaiah's like walking. He said he didn't stop when we all did, right? So,
Correct. You probably stop for a brief minute.
Yeah.
But he's not too far ahead.
So I guess I'll say to Ren, because I'm connected to her already. I'll say, hey, you might want to warn the guy with the robot that he should stop.
Well, the guy with the robot is Isaiah, and I'm not connected to him, but hang on. And Calder's head, he'll hear, hey, tap Velkin and see if she can just whisper to her Isaiah.
Tap tap point.
Yeah. You're muted.
Muted.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry. All my friends are all here, and I feel bad because they're having to be super quiet in the background. And she'll telepathically say to Isaiah, "Hello. They told me to message you, but not what to say."
Well, it's pleasant to hear your voice.
I do this, the like comeback finger.
Oh, they want you to come back.
Okay.
Or like, just let us catch up.
Or let us catch up. Let us catch up.
Either way,
We're trailing a bit.
I'll stop myself and Ook then and look back.
During that, I'm gonna talk to you, Ren, and see if I can just
Yeah.
get an update on what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I'll just say, so Castus and Velkin pointed out that we've been walking for way longer than we should have been walking. And also, Redrick doesn't remember your name, just so you know.
Super. But
Yeah.
Yorn's made it, right? To the stairs.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe we have to walk single file. The weird thing, it's a stab in the dark. It's a wild ass leap.
Yeah.
But worth a shot, maybe.
Sure, we could try that. And then, yeah, I guess I'll just. I'm not poised in a great position to tell everybody.
Have
I'll just.
tell Velkin, have her tell everybody.
I'm not connected to Velkin.
Shut the
Get
fuck
her.
This is a bad idea. This is a bad plan, guys.
Tap on Velkin and point to me. Calder's
This is what
gonna hear.
happens when we
Tap
try
on
to
Velkin and
plan.
point to me.
Have Velkin point to Ren.
Hello?
So,
Oh my god.
it's the worst game of telephone ever.
We're so
Calder
close.
says we should try walking single file.
Okay. And Vulcan
so
will
just tell
individually go
everyone.
into each other's
Yeah.
minds and tell them, File. Go single file.
Just
Don't ask any questions. I don't have time to answer, and then moves on to the next person.
Yeah.
Isaiah,
Yes.
as you hear Velkin's voice in your mind, you turn around. Did you really walk that far without realizing they weren't behind you? 500, 600 feet. You guys, he's probably only 40 or 50. And you begin to walk back. Or unless
just-
you don't.
But he got the message from Velkin.
Indeed.
That said single file.
Correct. You begin receiving all of the messages.
Isaiah will wave his hands towards Velkin to see if she looks.
He waves back. Oh, hello.
God.
You
So fucking inept. How are we gonna save the world? This is terrible.
They should not have
You guys
selected.
are all dead.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Velkin, you all look like you're a hell of a lot farther away. So maybe single file, maybe stagger. Give a few seconds for the next person goes.
You're only like 30, 50 feet away.
From here, it looks like 500.
Okay, that's okay. There's some mind games going on.
I also need you to give me a perception check, Isaiah. And a
Oh.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Man, things I'm just great at. All right. Wood for wisdom, metal for perception. I mean, okay. So 10 minus 1 is a 9 on the save.
Perfect.
And 15 minus 1 is a 14 on perception.
Okay. So point of order here. You remember Velkin. You don't recognize anybody else that's standing behind her.
Sweet Jesus.
You also see something.
It sucks.
You don't see the sunlight behind your party anymore either. And darkness is slowly creeping up on them. Velkin. Your connection to Uranus severed.
Can I try and reconnect?
Absolutely.
She'll try to go back into his vision.
Doesn't work.
Oh boy.
How far away did he seem when I lost connection?
It's almost as if he went out of range almost as soon as you went out of his vision. He was in range, and then when you left his vision, he was not in range anymore. Isaiah, you slowly see the darkness.
Isaiah waves big hands to everybody and then mimes running.
You hear in your heads, run!
Okay, run.
What?
I'll look.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
I'll look behind me.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Same. Are we staggering? Are we going?
Do
Single
we
file?
see encroaching darkness?
You do.
I'm still trying to figure out if this heartbeat is mine or part of the music.
What you see behind you, 10 feet, 9 feet,
Oh.
8 feet.
Yeah, okay, run.
Ah,
yeah,
I was
Let's
gonna
go,
say,
run.
Run,
if
run,
I'm in the back, I'm gonna cast Long Strider on myself first level, so I have an extra 10 feet of movement, and I'm just gonna fucking book it.
Oh boy.
We're filling the space. Are you gonna like vault over someone?
Nah, I'm just gonna catch up and just try to help people just move if I can.
You also do not see the open gate behind you anymore. It's just darkness. And it is slowly
I'm
encroaching
just-
your party. You all begin to run.
I'm just
Yeah,
helping
run.
the herd.
And run.
Run.
And run. Everyone, except for Isaiah, wisdom saving throw.
Okay, come on.
What do you do, Isaiah? You see your party begin to run, but it will take them a little bit to get to you.
Oh my god! Another natural one on the wisdom
Rhetoric
save.
is
Oh my
God!
As soon as he sees them
Change the
start
D20.
running,
It was two different
Don't use that
ones.
anymore.
It was two different ones.
Don't use either one ever again.
when Isaiah sees them start running, he's going to turn around and continue walking, and hope if they catch up at some point, then he'll start to speed up. But he's looking for the end of the path and the stairs, and walking has worked kind of.
With Isaiah way ahead of us, I have 40 feet. I don't think Calder does, but I will outpace him since we're now the front with other than Isaiah.
Cassis.
It was a dirty 20.
Milken.
18.
Okay, Eggball.
9.
Calder.
My luck couldn't last. 6.
And Ren.
11.
Eggball. You no longer recognize Calder. Calder. You no longer recognize Redrick or Cassis. Completely don't recognize who they are. You don't just
Great.
forget their names. You do not know who they are.
Do I recall that I wrote on my hand?
I mean, you remember you wrote something on your hand.
I'm gonna look at it.
So
Okay.
Nice.
So when you look at your hand, the ink's almost like it is faded.
Yeah, good. Very good.
So I just want to ask. So I don't remember Calder at all again.
Correct.
Okay.
You say who did I forget?
Redrick and Cassis.
Redrick and Cassis.
Sweet casters.
I'm gonna write these down.
You run. You run.
Wait, what about me?
We'll get to you.
Okay.
Oh god. Oh god.
You
Yes.
Redrick
And you
just
continue to
disappears.
run. And run. And run. And run. Isaiah, you walk on. Slowly. Hoping that they eventually will catch up to you. Once again, Cassis and Vulcan, the only two that actually know that they're running at a very, very, very slow pace. And Isaiah, only 30 to 40 feet in front of you, is slowly getting closer. Isaiah, you turn around and you can see your party in a full sprint towards you.
I think we just have to
Time. Eventually,
When he sees them with like 30 feet, he'll start running as well
okay.
and he'll get into single file with Ook, so Redrick can keep going.
You all run, seemingly taking forever to get to Isaiah. You all get about 20 or 30 feet. Well, 3 feet. And you run. And you run. And you run. 5, 10, 15 minutes go by, and you are in a dead sprint.
What the fuck?
He's gonna keep it a reminder that I am getting 10 feet further away from everyone every round.
Every time you check over your shoulder to look to see how close the darkness is, it seems like you're outpacing it. You can see the golden road slowly getting out ahead of the darkness. You're making some sort of progress, but you're not really too sure why you're moving so slow. Until eventually you all feel something. Like you're thrown up into the air. Your stomachs, all of you, lose something. Like you're lifted off your feet. And all of a sudden, you feel like you just walked through something. You shake your head. All of you are nauseous to the point maybe even some of you vomit. That curling in your stomach, and you're on the edge of a platform. look around. The path that you just ran on, non-existent. You stand on a small 30-foot platform, square, in the middle of darkness. Small, faint signs of stars. It felt like you were running at a full sprint and hit a wall. And then all of a sudden, you all lost your breath. Or like you were taking up into the air super fast and landed once again. You passed through something unexplainable. For a moment, you could have swore you lost consciousness. But now you all stand here.
Do we see stairs?
You do. Beautiful golden stairs. Made of the metal itself. With a very thin railing that curls alongside the staircase.
Those does anyone have a
Mizo seems to be wheezing a little bit. He spits.
I don't remember doing that before.
Does anyone have a torch?
I think I got one.
Wait.
Could I have a torch,
wait.
please?
Wait.
We're not doing live.
If we're being quiet, we should also be dark.
What's odd is that the golden platform you stand on, the golden stairs, almost emit their own light. Bright gold. As if a radiance is emerging off of it.
Oh.
Can I still have a torch, please?
Yeah.
It felt like we moved, but I'm not sure if we moved. If something moved us, then the torch would show something.
Vulcan has superior dark vision. I know it's weird in here, but if she looks out, can she see anything?
Perception check.
Am I
Isaiah
okay?
will hand Egg a torch.
Other than you don't really recognize the people that I spoke about, or remember your own name.
So everyone.
And you faintly remember why you're here.
22.
22. Darkness. And stars.
Keeping my voice low. No extra light. We move.
I mean, I'm not sure really who you are, but I'd prefer to have a light, thank you.
Vulcan's going
Did you write on your hand?
I asked for
Eggball.
paper and
You
something
asked
to
for
write
paper?
with.
Did I see where you put it?
Was I
did you
given
write
paper
on
in-
it? I don't.
Mhm.
No one ever
Well,
said
yeah.
any. Yeah, so you can say you wrote something down.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say if someone had given me a paper and something to write with,
Yeah.
then I was gonna say then I would have done that, and I probably would have put it. I would have written it in giant, and I probably would have put it in one of my pockets.
Would I
Sure.
remember that post save?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up too slowly with my hands up and point to the pocket. Read what's in there.
So, Egg, it's okay, Egg. You can trust him.
Oh, okay, all right.
If you
And
see,
I'll-
look for Calder. That's me.
Okay.
No.
So you reach into your pouch, and you go to pull out this piece of paper. You pull it out, and it crumbles in your hand. Like it aged.
Woo!
Old.
Fuck this place.
Old
Let's
paper.
go.
It's still
Okay.
pieces, but you know how brittle paper gets after years and years of aging.
I touch Egg on the back. Say, Egg, follow me. Lead him over
Oh,
to grandfather.
Hold on a
Grandfather
second.
Ook.
Well, no. Hold on a second. Is it possible for me to try to put it together, casting Mending on it? If I spent a little time, could I try to? Could I try to put
Do
it
not
back
have
together?
time.
with
I
cast
don't think we
Mending?
have that kind of time.
We do not have time.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
You cast mending on it?
Calder's just gonna start
Well,
walking to the
You
stairs.
have to mend like
Yeah.
each piece.
Yeah.
It's no larger than 1 foot in any. Oh well, yeah, that's true.
A single tear
Yeah.
every minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Put 'em all
All right, yeah,
together.
okay. All right. Okay. Then I'll drop it. I'm still gonna light the torch anyways.
So,
I was gonna look at grandfather and see if my work is still there. Or
Ook.
look at Ook. Yep, sorry.
Yeah.
It is. But Ook looks odd. The steel has begun to turn this brassy color around some of the edges.
Homie's oxidizing. Uh-oh.
All right. Let's move down the stairs.
so
I don't
wait,
like this.
We gotta go.
real quick. Just to
Calder's already
clarify-
walking.
Just to clarify,
I'm
Yeah.
just taking the lead at this point.
my
No
first
fucking around.
my first save, you said I forgot everyone's names, and then my
Yep.
second nat one, same deal. Just forget everyone's names.
And yourself. And you have a
myself.
vague remembrance of why you're here.
But I know who they are, right? I just their names are gone.
Correct.
Okay. Good.
Well, seems like we're a group for now. We should stick together and keep going. And we
And I'm walking.
yeah.
How old are you,
Yeah.
Redrick?
Come on.
What?
How old are you?
Interesting question.
Exact number? Probably. I'm gonna say 22.
You don't look it anymore.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh.
You all see
Yo.
Redrick
Oh man.
staring down at his hands. Aged. With wear and tear. He has this patchy, gray, scraggly beard. It doesn't look like it's been shaved in ages. His eyes have begun to sink in. His face is sunken and a little bit weathered. Patches of pale red dragon scale all over his face. Looks about 52 in age.
Jesus.
Slumped
Shit.
a little bit.
When did you?
Yeah, we're moving.
Let's
Yeah.
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 Still swinging on to
Wait,
Calder.
when did you grow a beard? Hold on a second.
Not now. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, and I'm holding my lip. So we go down.
There's only a beard on half his face, by the way. The other half
Hell
doesn't
yeah.
grow hair very well.
I'm Velkin, by the way, I put you down so that I can be ready.
Well, she pouts about it, but it will follow by.
Too bad.
To recognize this, you guys just continue, just run down the stairs. Is that what's happening?
I think so.
Um,
Yeah.
As we're moving, it's not a concentration spell, but aid was a spell that I cast. Would there be some sort of feeling about that?
Meaning if it was still there, like on the people
Yeah.
that you. Now you're thinking about it. No.
Connections?
Oh,
Mental
no.
connections? No mental connections.
Correct.
This is a good time.
Poop.
We're having fun.
Zero that back out.
Ooh.
Any spells like you would have had that had a duration are no longer a thing,
Very good.
and or abilities.
Very good.
Do I remember like my past? Yes. Like outside of the people here.
Sort of. You remember your childhood a little bit. Ugh, it's like those vague memories that you have of when you were real little.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really know. Just sort of remember faces, but only blurs, blips. You remember you grew up in a big city somewhere.
All right, we gotta get moving. I'm just like I'm going.
We are.
I'm just going
We are.
right down the
Yeah.
stairs.
We are moving
Like,
We are
right
running.
downstairs.
We've been moving.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. So it's like we're heading down the stairs. I'm gonna try to see if I can see Miso. Does he look okay? Has he changed? Is anything weird about him? If one person grew a beard.
He seems fine. Same in color and stature. He seems very, very worried. His eyes are constantly... His head is on a swivel.
Miso, should we be worried about anything while we're going down the stairs?
Oh, Miso's very, very worried right now.
Did this not happen before?
I've never been here.
Okay.
Wait.
These are different
Well,
stairs?
no. Well, wait. So, if you said you came through the gate before, but you've never been here, what do you mean you've never been here?
I've never been here. Went long path. Oh,
I'm looking where
there
he's
was
looking.
a big corridor.
He just stops. Seems to be thinking about something.
Do you remember what we're doing down here?
No, but I don't like being here.
Do you remember a black gate or a bunch of shiny black rocks?
Shiny.
No.
Okie doke.
I'm going. Or
Looks
I'm
his
going to try.
eyes squint at you, Isaiah. And that's all.
I'm gonna try to think to Ren. I don't think it's a good thing that he doesn't remember.
The connection's gone.
I don't know that. That's never happened before to me. Technically.
Can I do a
You
quick
get no
insight on
response.
Miso to
Sure.
see if he's being honest about forgetting? Man, they all suck tonight, though. All right, this one.
Isaiah's gonna forget everything in here except that he must kill Mizo.
I might have actually done well on a wisdom thing. That's a total of 18.
Hey.
His answer says it all.
What do you know about shinies, old fat man?
I mean, to be fair, I've lost a lot. I've lost a lot of weight recently. I know a lot about Chinese, but we're specifically looking for a big black gate.
He points his spear at you.
Take Miso to shinies now.
Oh,
Jeez. We're still walking.
I'm backwards.
Yeah,
We're running.
I am not gonna stop walking.
Yeah.
I don't really.
You guys
care
will have to
what's
walk past
happening.
those two.
Yep.
Okay.
Past
The
one,
rest
two.
of you continue on.
There's a small railing, right?
Yep.
How
Just
high
It
is
leads
it?
to the outside. 3 feet?
Are there big gaps in between?
There are.
I guess-
Small, thin rods that kind of lead to the connection.
I guess I just want to say, if the rest of the party is walking past them, since I'm in the back, I am not passing them.
I just wouldn't pass him either. He does not like this. What's going on right now?
Ren is still going, and she's gonna be like, "Guys, this is not the place for it.
Yeah,
Come
I was
on."
gonna say, as I walk by, I'll just like slap Mizo's spear towards the ground, just be like, "Not the time." Just keep walking.
Isaiah, let's go.
You don't even know
now.
who Miso is.
Does
You've never
Velkin
seen a
recognize-
kobold in your life, Redrick.
Does Velkin recognize Miso still?
You do.
Okay, so seeing Mizo get a little like, defensive, as she's passing, she'll look down at him and say, "Mizo, the Chinese are this way," and she'll hold out her hand to him.
Persuasion check.
Oh God. Okay, that's a decent dice roll. I don't know what my modifier is. A +2, so that's 17.
He turns his head to you slowly.
Tell this one to take me to shinies.
His spear still leveled at Isaiah.
He's going to come with us, but I know where they are also, and I am more willing than he is.
You should
Make
trust
him
her.
lead
She's
the
pretty
way.
smart.
Go, big man.
Isaiah, if you could lead, and Velkin's just going to kind of look at him.
How am I supposed to lead where I don't know
Well,
where
there's-
I'm going?
Calder stops at the front and turns around for a second. You motherfuckers, we're all gonna die if we
If
don't
you guys
move.
continued
Walk.
on, if you were continuing on, time out. If you guys, those of you that continue on, who did? Give me a show of
did.
hands.
Me.
And Calder, correct? You turn around, and you don't see your friends.
Fuck,
You're
fuck.
traveling in a long spiral. And you kind of look up. You don't see them. You see Ren just ahead of you, and you see Redrick just ahead of you. Even though you don't remember his name. Or much about him.
Isaiah, just continue down the stairs. Please.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna look toward Isaiah, but talking to me. So, if we continue further down, we will find shinies. I promise.
Hey, but tell whoever this little fuck is that thought to point spears at people.
It'll be fine. Let's just continue down the stairs.
Oh?
Spears will be put away.
No, the spears will be put away first. I don't want it in my back.
Mizo, can I have your spear, please?
Oh.
Can you,
Mizo keeps it.
can you put it down and stop pointing it?
If you put it down, then we will take you to shinies. The big fat, the older fat man will take you to it. I promise myself. Big baby man promises.
Excuse me. I'll
Just-
have you know.
I'm just gonna squint towards you.
Isaiah, now
gonna
is
squ-
not the time.
I'm just gonna
Go
squint toward.
now.
You're being very loud instead of just talking.
Question: did we hear that?
Perception check.
9.
15.
8.
Otter, you thought you heard something.
I stop and turn around. I don't see them.
You do
I
not.
assume.
I am keeping a very close eye on both of these fuckers. We are not getting separated.
Isaiah,
I turn around, I point the other way, and you see I look fucking pissed.
Isaiah, I'm gonna look towards you, and my eyes just kind of squinted, and I'm just gonna quietly whisper, "Let's go along with it, please. Trust."
I trust everybody except the one holding a pointed weapon at me.
If anything happens, I will squish you.
That sounds fun for some reason.
Continue moving.
Isaiah walks backwards down the stairs for about 10 feet until he's away from me, so...
Our group
Well-
down here is still staying quiet, right? So I'll try and think to Ren.
Sure.
But nothing happened, so it's okay.
Yeah. I'll wait until I see them before I turn around and start moving again.
Kicking up the rear. I'm the
Ren
last
is
person
literally-
following after.
She's got a hand on fucking. She's got a hand on Ren. She's got a hand on Calder, and she just whispers like, "We are not getting separated."
Agreed, but I think
We're having-
I think we need to keep moving.
We're having so much fun in here.
This place sucks.
Okay.
Excellent.
So, the group of 3, you get together and you wait. Some time. 10 minutes or so. Begin to get a little worried.
I don't know why we're trusting that little
The
dragon
other
thing we
group.
found in here anyway.
It's been 10 minutes and you don't see the rest of your party. You begin to walk down the stairs, just kind of give you guys a thought about what's going on. The stairs are steep, and it seems like, and anytime you peer over into the middle, it's like you're going to be falling into an endless abyss. You just see pitch black. If you would take a tumble. There's also a gap between the stairs, the metal stairs. So each step you get a little nervous, and your foot might get caught. Do you guys continue to wait after 10 minutes?
You want to start moving the other way?
Should we go back and look for him, or should we go down?
We should not get separated.
Yeah, I agree.
We're already separated.
I'm saying we
Let's-
should regroup and
Yeah.
stick the fuck together.
I agree. Let's
Back
walk.
the other way.
Fuck. Alright.
You begin to head back up the stairs. Is that what
Yeah.
your decision was? Okay. About 5 minutes later, both of you, as one is curling up and the other is curling down, you see them. Pretty far distance below you. Isaiah, you're the first to notice the 3 missing party members of yours.
Give a little. And keep going.
As we get close, I just look over everybody. Stay close.
Yeah, no more unscheduled stops.
I point at Mizo and then Isaiah and then do it a couple times and then just like gesture. I don't know.
I look to
Big
Mizo.
man's going to take me to Shinies.
We're all going to take you to Shinies. If you want them, stay close.
I didn't stop. Big man did.
I look at Isaiah. You know better. Now fucking walk. And I turn around
What?
and I start going.
What exactly do you think I know?
I stop and just tilt my head, like still looking the other
We
way.
can talk about this
I haven't
after we're
stopped
out.
moving. I
Just
haven't
after
stopped
we're
moving.
out.
I'm going down
Walk.
the stairs.
Out.
I am.
Yeah.
Out. This is the first time that you've heard an echo. As Redrick yells.
I just walk.
I'm walking
moving
too.
down.
Yep. Just going.
This mean guy seems really, well, I guess, mean.
He's trustworthy. Let's just keep moving.
Continue down the stairs. Finally regrouping after a stressful 20 or so minutes.
20 fucking minutes. Ugh.
And you descend. And you descend. And you descend. Some of you begin to wonder when this spiral is going to stop. You can tell you've made progress because you look up and there's thousands of stairs above you. And you look down and there's thousands of stairs below you. Almost as if you're in an endless loop. Been walking for an hour. 2 hours.
Isaiah's got probably a few more little bits of elk bones on him. He's just gonna every once in a while flick one over the railing and watch what happens.
Okay. You flick one. Which side do you flick it? Down the middle, or do you flick it over the edge?
Probably both. It's more to waste time than to do anything. He doesn't expect to see anything, but
You toss it. The one over the edge. It stops. In a moment. Spins there. Frozen. Continue to walk. Eventually you take another little elk bone and you toss it into the middle. And then you toss it into the middle. And then you toss it into the middle. And then you toss it into the middle. And you toss it into the middle. In your brain, you were just continuously... The rest of you and Isaiah continue to walk. But right now, you're just... almost like the same memory is repeating over and over and over again.
do I notice it repeating, or is it just blank
do.
slate every time? Okay.
And you begin to panic. You cannot move. In your mind. Wisdom saving throw for me.
As far as we see, is he still walking with the group?
He's walking. About 30 minutes ago or so, you saw him toss one of the elk bones to the side, and it froze in time, and the other one went in the middle, and it actually surprisingly fell down the center.
It's a 10 on the save.
Isaiah collapses. He just, as he's moving, he falls and he begins to tumble down the stairs.
Who's directly in front of him?
At this
Probably-
point, it's Yeah. And Ook grabs him and stops him and slides his unconscious body up onto the stairs.
I'll look back at the noise. Jesus Christ, nobody else.
I was
Isaiah, to
right
you?
in front of.
So fucked up, man.
Oh
He's
my
so
God.
dark.
It was
Toss
the,
bone into the middle.
Was in the last of the marching order, so I'll see him fall, and can I just try to do a medicine check, see if he's alive?
Go ahead. Medicine check.
Okay, it's not my forte, but I'm the closest one to actually do it. Medicine. It is not terrible. Come on, don't fuck me. Oh, that's good. A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. He's not unconscious, but he's paralyzed. You see his eyes,
Oh.
light, shallow breaths.
Okay, I guess Eggfall is the closest. Okay, Egg is not at the camera. I'll try to wave towards Ren or whoever's looking this way, and I'd like maybe try to do like this to try to do the psychic thing if that'll work.
At this point, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Have Ook carry him.
Okay. I'm just like he's okay. He's breathing. I think he's paralyzed. He's just not
All
moving.
right. Let's just get off these fucking stairs as
Unless
fast as we
do something
can.
right now, we're moving.
Yeah.
As long as
Okay.
he's not injured, have Ook pick him up. We move.
Nobody fuck with anything. Just get off the fucking stairs.
Can you pick him up and carry him?
Does Zook do that?
See, he struggles a little bit. Just tosses Isaiah over his shoulder.
Good Ook.
All right, let's go.
And you
Yeah.
all continue to descend. For what seems like hours. Until all of you begin to get exhausted. You all could use a rest.
These
You're
old
fucking
bones of
deranged,
mine.
man. This is so fucked up.
You continue to move as the thousands upon thousands and thousands of stairs above you and now below you continues. Do you continue or do you push on?
I don't think we can risk a rest.
Yeah, push on.
Everyone needs to roll me a Constitution saving throw. I'm gonna roll one for me.
Okay. All right, Khan, you're good. You're good. You've been so good today. Oh, that's not great.
Very good.
Oh no. Oh no. Get rid of your dice, Gordon.
We'll start this way. Ren,
Different dice.
Oh, so 13.
13.
Yeah.
1 point of exhaustion.
Ugh.
10.
Point of exhaustion. Eggvol's fine. Mizo's fine. Falcon,
19.
you're fine. Kazis,
Um,
point of exhaustion. Point of exhaustion, Redrick.
You know what I got.
Isaiah, roll me a d20.
Oh god.
Okay.
Don't add anything.
God.
If it helps, Ook is immune to exhaustion.
Indeed.
Ooh, 18.
Perfect.
He is starting
You
to
all
try.
are very, very tired. Even those of you that passed it. Walking down step after step after step after step. Your pace begins to slow. Some of your party members begin to fall behind. It's a stop and aid. Oog's metal body carrying Isaiah is also slowing you down a little bit. How long are you guys going to continue? Let me ask you that as a party.
Until we can't.
Stairs seem like they will not end. As far as you can see.
I am not gonna stop walking.
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
Oh.
at this point,
I know we're exhausted, but it feels like if we stop, we're done.
yeah.
Unless anybody has any other theories.
When
said-
Isaiah split off, he covered ground real fast. I don't know. Should we try single file, a little bit of space between us?
I don't want to risk getting separated, but if we want to like single file and rope each other to each other, maybe. But that's risky too.
Rope might break the effect if that's.
This is a walk and
all-
talk conversation, BT Dub.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all guesses at this fucking point, but that is a good point. When Yorns was ahead, it was way the fuck ahead. When Isaiah was ahead, he was way the fuck ahead.
Speaking
Maybe we
of
should
Yorns,
separate a bit.
Yorns, have you been in contact with him at all? Where is he?
She did want to try and summon him back, but then things got a little chaotic, and we started running. So, if Ren mentions it, she'll try resummoning him.
You try. The spell fails. It completes. But you don't feel a connection.
Like, I can't just bam from back to me.
Correct.
Ah,
Ooh.
shit, I lost my cat.
Rin's gonna summon a dagger just to make sure she can.
You can.
That's not fair. How come you get to summon your dagger, but I don't get to summon my cat?
I don't know.
No fair.
As we're
Alright.
walking, Cass is just gonna hold the rail and just kind of close his eyes and just keep walking down, holding the rail because his eyes are tired.
Are we trying this?
When you touch the metal,
I will be the sacrificial goat.
Oh no!
If you want me to go
it's
20
just
feet ahead.
chilled to the touch. Almost like it's an icy cold. Might feel good, but it's cold.
Onto it. It feels kind of nice. I'm hot. We've been running, walking.
Yeah, I mean, we can't just have one of us do it. If we're gonna try it, we all need to get some distance between each other and do it at the same time. Otherwise, we're gonna have the same situation we had before with Isaiah. You're gonna be way ahead, and we'll all be lagging behind as a group.
But if I get way ahead, then we know it works, right? Then we can all split up.
We aren't gonna be able to see you way ahead on the spiral staircase, though.
Well, I look over. You can see like pretty damn far down, right?
And they continue to spiral.
All right, we can try.
Isaiah. You are beginning to panic in your mind.
Doing everything I can. Am I able to exert any control on my body at the moment?
No. You're consciously there, inside your own brain, but you cannot stop flicking the bone off the side. You are stuck in an infinite loop, Ren.
Just for my
Literal
curiosity,
hell.
what do we look like in his mind, or are we just gone?
No. His mind, everyone's just stopped from where he was. Every once in a while, it looks like they were stepping. Like he would be stepping down the stairs, but it just continues to repeat. That same brief moment of when the horn hits the center of the spiral. That's when it resets.
I'll nod to Redrick and look to the others and keep an eye out over the edge here. See if we see him get ahead.
I'm gonna go, I don't know, 30 feet out, 30 feet down. See what happens. And I'll just you guys can keep walking. I'll pick up a little bit of a jog.
Mhm.
Try and separate myself a little bit from the main group.
Ting, 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 ting. Redrick runs ahead. He gains distance, about 30 feet, as you all walk behind him. Redrick, you turn around. They're still 30 feet behind you.
I'll look up the staircase. Should I keep going?
May as well.
All right, I'll keep
You
going.
going by yourself?
Yep.
Okay. You go down about another 100 or so sets of stairs. 200. So you come around a bend. All of a sudden, the stairs stop. Poof. As if cut off by space. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I gotta stop falling off cliffs and into voids and never going.
You
back
had enough
in.
time to roll with
Um,
disadvantage.
Roll with
with
disadvantage.
With advantage.
Okay.
Because of danger sense.
Okay. Oh, that's a net 19 for a 21.
Oh.
You're running. You come around one part of the spiral. Whoa! You slip and you fall. And you grab onto the edge of the one of the stairs before you sitting down. The stairs ending. You sitting on almost the last stair. There's only one stair in front of you. And in front of you, endless space.
There's just nothing.
Nothing.
I look up. Do I see everyone?
You do. You can hear them too. Tink,
And
tink,
and I'm like
tink.
the correct distance away. I didn't get like
You are.
extra. Okay.
You are.
Well, shit.
I guess I'll just wait here. I don't know. I'll try at the end of the stairs. I'll like reach my hand towards where they would end. Like see if there's like a invisible wall.
You're gonna reach beyond the last stair into the space.
Yeah, it feels like I don't know. Maybe I'll throw something.
What do you do?
I know. I'll throw something. That's
Do
a
nothing,
little
do
bit
nothing.
smarter. A little bit smarter. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't
Hey,
know
do you
what
touch it
happened.
or throw something?
I'm throwing something.
Don't let those party members tell you what to do. If you
I
want
know.
to touch it, go
I'm
for it.
throwing something. I'm throwing something.
Okay. What do you throw?
Let me see what I have. Maybe like a copper piece. Yeah, I'll
That what
toss
you
a
throw?
copper piece.
You take a little piece of copper and you throw it into the space. It hits something and causes a shimmer in the space. Almost as if space wobbles. The copper piece lands ting, 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 ting on the last stair. Like a wave, I would say, in a shimmer. In the space in front of you.
I'll pick it back up and put it in my pocket and just like, well, this is a problem for someone other than me. Found the end. Gonna call up.
Did we hear that?
You did. Clear as day. With an echo. As if you were in a large hall.
Very good.
All right.
Let's catch up
It's at
with
the
him.
end.
Nothing.
Yeah, let's catch up.
You all catch up.
I will gesture.
Ook carrying Isaiah in the back now.
There's some kind of invisible wall. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Watch. Dink. I'll throw a coin.
It bounces off.
It hits space. You see a ripple. And it falls.
Hey, somebody respond to me.
Almost like you would throw a coin into a pond and the waves would.
I'm just gonna walk up next to Redrick and like link my arm in his and then summon a dagger and prepare to let it go. But just gently poke the wall.
Poke it. A wave.
Does it go through?
It does not.
It just stops.
After
So do I
what
meet resistance?
You do. It feels like you poked. If you would put a large comforter on a bed of water, that's soft, but there's still resistance. It's not like poking into water. It's like poking a water bed. There you go.
Can I
Large.
try to press?
You want to pop
You
the
press.
waterbed of the void?
Doesn't really go in. Feels like a soft wall of some sort.
Alright.
You begin to get to a point where there is a resistance that you can't puncture just by slowly pushing it through.
Just release the dagger and it's
Turns the mist.
It's like a wall, kind of. Like you said, my dagger couldn't really get through it.
But as the ripples kind of end, it's hard to perceive that there's even a wall around you. You look out and it's just dark.
Do you want me to try to stab it?
No.
Should I try to
go well last time?
Should I try to throw one? Like harder?
Try throwing it.
All right. I'll just back up a step or two and just like chuck a dagger at it as hard as I can.
Okay. Poof, it hits the wall and turns to mist. And as the impact hits, you see clusters of stars. Poof, poof, poof. And the ripple slowly gets wider and wider. It's like stars slowly got bright for a moment.
I hate it, but maybe this is a leap of faith situation.
Okay,
I hate it.
I hate it, but if I was going to do it, I'm going to, because of all the groups here, none of us can actually fly.
Yeah, well,
I'm getting there. I'm just not there yet.
One thing first. I'll pull out my mother's dagger, and this might be stupid. I'm going to cast light on the dagger and like hold it out against the barrier.
Sure.
See if
it doesn't
does
really
anything.
admit light. The light is still kind of suppressed in the space. So you just see a bright light at the end of the dagger. You press it up against the wall. Doesn't really illuminate the space either. I hate to call it a wall. It just seems like some sort of barrier stands in front of you.
I'm going to kind of move my way to the front. I'm not going to jump, but I am, because we've been using objects. I kind of look at Calder. Say, give me your hand.
Last one.
Hold on tight. And I'm going to reach out. My left hand, just in case. Reach out and push where that space would be over the edge.
Okay. So you reach out. And you feel your hand press into something.
I push, kind of put my body weight into it.
You push and you push. Ugh. Doesn't want to budge. And you get to that same point that Ren did. When you begin to give force, it stops. But the stars, interestingly enough, that your hands touch, glow. You can see them begin to shine around the fingers. And you push. And when you release, the ripple.
So is there like a pattern to the stars?
Well, I was gonna say that's what I want to ask. So, I guess now having to see sort of overall the stars in front of us, do they seem familiar? Do they make out constellations, or are they more random?
Give me a nature check.
Did they appear where he touched?
You can give me a nature check and or an investigation check. No,
I'll do investigation.
Okay, he touched the wall, which almost in the distance, if you would place your hands out, it'd be like you were reaching for the stars. But when he impacted it, where the stars would be, where he touched, began to glow around his hands.
Okay, so I got a 17, and then also for funsies, I'm just going to say time and Dwarvish.
Okay.
And for nature check, I got a 19 total.
It just reminds you of a starry sky. There aren't any exact patterns. Well, maybe? I kind of remember looking at the sky, and some of the stars look recognizable, but there's no pattern to them. They all seem jumbled. Just a splattering of stars.
I'm
Let
gonna
me
try
something stupid. I'm gonna go up and just take out the one claw hand, just like not the full rage, but just like the claws from my fingers, and just try and cut it. You know what I mean? Instead of like just reaching through, just like slash instead of poke.
Same thing. You feel a soft resistance against your claws and it begins to ripple.
And
With a 17 investigation check, just give me a second.
sorry.
You just notice also a splattering of stars. But you did recognize whenever Cassis and Redrick both touched a star, it would glow for a moment. Also, whenever Redrick swipes his hand across the wall, wherever he makes contact with the stars move.
Only red. Okay, noticing that, I'm gonna put my hand on the wall, and if any stars glow up around my hand, I want to drag it and see if they follow mine.
Ew.
Check that out.
Maybe you can shape them into like a doorway.
Or knock
Yeah,
them
let's
all
try
out
that.
of the way. Maybe they're blocking us.
And try to like make a hole in the stars.
I'll help. Got
Yeah,
my
you can draw with them.
hands.
You can move them around and shape them any way you want. There's thousands of them.
Can we just like I'll like take my whole arm and just like whoosh, just like slide it across and try and move them all out of the way.
They all move. Some get left behind, but you get a lot of them.
Any difference trying to reach through the wall?
When you reach through the wall, you try to reach through it again?
Yeah, try and like.
No, you just feel that same soft resistance.
I'm gonna try to help Ren and see if we can like use the stars to form like an archway, like a door.
Yeah.
So you begin to rearrange the stars to an archway. Taking a little bit of time to get them perfect, at least big enough for you guys to fit through, even the smallest of you. You have them arranged in a nice, beautiful arc. They're all kind of glowing faintly. It's like a little rainbows of stars.
Useless
nice.
rainbow of stars.
I'll see if I can push through.
Nope.
And
Okay.
Just like put my
Same
shoulder
time been
into it,
doing
like
it.
I'm gonna try to
hold-
walk through it.
well, hold on. Can I try something real quick?
Sure.
So is my torch still lit at this point? Because I did light it at the top of the stairs.
Faintly. I would say yes.
All right.
Although
I'm
I'd say yes has been doing this, by the way, for the past...
Yeah.
I know. I've been saying that.
yeah.
I know in
It's
his head
making
he
me-
is screaming.
Yeah.
But you
I guess
can't
whatever's
scream.
left. I guess whatever's left of my torch. I'm gonna try to like move my way to the front, and I'm gonna stick the lit end of my torch just toward the barrier and try to see if I can push it through. For some reason, I'm just thinking that if we touch it and if the stars light up, now that we've made an archway, maybe if we add light to it, it'll open up.
You touch the torch to it, and the flames hit the barrier and just kind of spread. Not spread as in they begin to spread, but like as if you would press a flame against a wall or something. It just fans out. Pull it back.
Okay. Whoever's at the
So
bottom of
I-
the stairs, I'm just gonna grab hold of. On the very last stair, I'm just gonna grab somebody. I'm just gonna close my eyes, and then I'm just gonna try to like put my foot forward. Lead with my foot.
I looked to think
It hits
maybe
the
I
wall.
guess then you grab me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll just in case. So it hits the wall. I can't step either.
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna bounce by the door,
Okay.
just annoyed because we're just kind of just trying to figure this out. I start taking the stars and write the word "open" and "celestial" because that's one of the languages I know. Open.
Does not work. But Eggval, you notice something. As he's drawing these words, some of the stars that you have all moved have stayed in place permanently. There's some that you cannot move, it seems. You're beginning to notice that over time as you begin to mess and draw. You are the only one that notices this. There is constellations. The ones that aren't moving. See all sorts of constellations of things that you recognize. of the different types of pantheon. But
The stars. Someone, okay. Someone help me clear the stars. Just go along with it. Clear the stars as far as you can reach.
Etch a sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay.
Yeah.
We're all gathered around.
Clearing out all the
I'm just gonna just keep keep pushing against the barrier and just try to move the stars as far as my reach can go.
okay.
Just try to uncover as much as possible.
Okay.
Do we recognize anything in the
Yeah.
ones that are stagnant?
Do a rank? Yeah.
Yeah, is there any pattern as to the ones that are still there?
History check. Same with you, Calder.
Oh, that'll go well.
I don't think you would recognize the shapes of the constellations, Eggval. Maybe in your own culture.
Okay.
Can I make
14.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's who I said. Yeah, that's fine.
Do any of them look like the hilt of Calder's sword?
Funny enough, no.
Okay.
But these stars also look different than the ones you're moving. Less bright. Almost as if they were a permanent part of a background of a painting. They look kind of more faded, the ones that are permanent. History check.
Anything with a 14?
No, sir. You don't recognize these. You can tell there's definitely shapes to them. Egg begins to point them out to you. Hey, we recognize this one. It's, this and this. Vulcan?
I got a 24.
24. Yeah, you do recognize some of these. Some of them are the dwarven... represent the dwarven pantheon.
Okay. Does she know? So there's a few that relate to the Dwarven Pantheon.
Mhm.
Does she know their names?
A few of them.
Okay.
You begin to run through a list.
Mhm.
Just give me a general intelligence check.
Okay. She is doing all her thinking verbally, so that if there's any kind of vocal trigger to it, she's saying what she's thinking, and it'll hopefully trigger it. Just an intelligence check, like flat.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. 15 on the dice for 20.
Okay. Okay, give me 1 second here.
Okay, I second guessed my modifier. No, it is a 5.
Okay. Yeah. Some of these seem to be missing. You see a bunch of dwarven deities. Demathian, Gorm, Enziath. Seem to be a few missing. But more than just a few.
If she looks around at the area surrounding it, can she see them anywhere?
What can you see what anywhere?
The missing constellations that aren't like kind of directly in front of them. Are they like over someplace?
Give me an investigation check.
Okie dokie.
You said you're doing all your thinking out loud.
Yeah.
What about
Maybe
the
we have to
one,
build them.
or the one that the golden dwarves worshipped? Is he there, Moradin?
Is he there?
What would you roll on your investigation check?
Oh, on my investigation. Okay. Kate can't do math. I got a 8 on the dice plus 8.
16. He's not. Now that Red Jerk mentions it.
Can she start trying? Sorry, remind me if I got this wrong. Some of the stars were loose and moved, right?
Correct.
Can she start pulling some in to create a constellation for him?
Yeah. It takes some time. You were probably the only one, other than Isaiah, that would actually know how to create this constellation. So luckily, you both aren't paralyzed. You begin to pull it, and once you finish, the stars glow for a moment. And they fade. Almost like they faded into the background with the rest of them.
Falcon will put her hand on like where it was and see if it goes through.
Nope.
Do you know how many more are missing?
Does she?
Just one.
Whatever one is missing, she will try and put that together.
That is, where it is? Yeah, there it is. Baranar, Truesilver. Which is the wife of Moradin.
Okay.
Also, the other statue that was out front. You begin to
Okay.
put that together. It also glows. It fades.
Try pushing her hand through again.
You push. The sound of a small wooden door as it is pushed open in front of you. And you can see just the faintest signs of light.
How small is
Falcon,
the
you're
door?
brilliant.
The
Oh.
door,
She gets all blushy.
it's
Well done.
big enough for, it's like a normal sized door,
Okay.
but it's thick.
Thick.
About a
Yeah.
good foot
Two
in
Cs.
thickness around it.
Okay. Vulcan just says, "No moment like the present," and is going to try and go through.
Yeah.
Push it open.
Right behind her.
Calder pushes it open. And you also have to step down. Give me 1 second.
Woo, wizard leading. Let's go. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna like kind of pat you on the shoulder and maneuver
Yeah.
around you for sure.
As soon as we get in there.
I don't want you to walk into something and just get dead.
Yeah.
Just get dead.
You can't die before you seduce Calder.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Priorities.
It's important.
In front of you, as you all begin to walk into this small entrance in space. One by one you enter, lastly Ook. Leaving the door behind you open, you now stare in awe upon a vast hall made of pure gold. The floors gleaming, massive rows of pillars running the length of this hall. If you remember the mines of Moria in Lord of the Rings, that massive hall that they ran through, similar to that.
Never seen it.
Okay, Velkin drops dead.
Goodbye, Kate.
Warren's
A massive golden hall. The ceiling itself holding this massive, beautifully lit chandelier made of pure diamonds, silver, and gold, casts this brilliant sparkle and gleaming light upon the golden floors. Nearly spotless. As you look down, you can see your reflection in the gold. And pillar not too far away, you can see your reflection in that. As the many markings that carve up the side of it kind of distort the picture that you see of yourself.
We see stars around anymore?
No.
Do we feel that like leaving the area sensation or entering?
No.
Shit.
Speaking
Shit,
of markings,
fuck.
I'm gonna look around for like any like carved potential like messages or trail signs or any sign of anyone that may have come before us and left a message.
Perception check.
Give me a good roll, please. 20, dirty 20.
You look around. This place is spotless. Beautiful.
Is there like a directionality to the room? Like, does it look like it extends in front of us or in
It
any...
continues on for as long as your eye can see. this
But like
massive
straight ahead
rolling
or
hall.
also to the sides?
To the side as well.
Fuck.
Is there any change
a
in Isaiah's
20.
condition? Oh, okay.
You can see a good 800 feet or so, a wall to your right and to your left. You now stand in a massive corridor, a great dwarven hall. Lost to history.
Isaiah would love this right now.
Is there any change in his condition?
There would
And
be
I'll
if he
just-
was here. I will let you
Okay.
know when he arrives back.
I'm gonna whisper. I'm just gonna say like quietly in a hushed voice to the others, like 800 feet that way, and then 800 feet that way.
Wow. Shiny.
You see
Yeah.
Mizo kind of just step up in front of you. You hear his little padded feet.
Be careful.
I don't think I'm ever going to leave.
That's your choice, but let's stick around a little longer, okay?
What's behind us? There's the door. Is it a wall behind us, or is it space beyond the door?
It is a wall.
Okay.
You
Anything
see
on
just
the
a
wall?
small door open. Behind it, you see this spiral stairs and space behind them.
Onward then.
The wall itself has texture to it,
Mhm.
as if you would take a large chunk of gold. Doesn't seem to be as smooth and polished as the floor or the ceiling.
I guess. Or it's the only way, really.
Okay. I'll keep walking forward down the hall.
Am I proficient in perception? Can I totally fine if it's a no, because this is a late question, but can I add a psionic dice to that perception just to see if I notice anything else?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm being nice at 10:57 on 7/20/2022.
Makes
now.
it
So
a
specific.
makes it a 23.
A 23. To the right. Your eye just catches an oddity in the wall. Looks like a large archway. You can see just in between two pillars that are just a little bit off center.
I'll come up short and just throw a arm out to whoever I'm walking next to, and this way. And I'll start veering off for it.
Okay.
Mizo doesn't follow you. You see him staring straight up at the chandelier. His eyes kind of squinted. You see him. Yeah! He chucks a spear straight into the sky. Oh no! It misses the chandelier. Tink, tink, tick, 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 tick. Shit! He runs over to it. Tick, 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 tick. Now he's
Mizo.
standing almost right over there. What?
There's more this way. That's small fry.
But it's so shiny.
Just imagine the shiniers this way.
By the way, whenever you yell Mizo, you hear Mizo, 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 Mizo. Isaiah,
It's just us hanging out.
you come back to consciousness.
He screams, pushes his back up against like a little wall, and curls into a ball, just staring at his hand.
You just hear, ah! It resounds through the hall.
Yeah, I'll whip around and run
Yeah.
towards him
shit.
immediately.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're fine. You're fine. Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Hey. Hey.
Isaiah,
What happened? What?
you fainted.
Who
No, I
carried
didn't.
you?
That wasn't.
I'll have to take his hand to kind of just stop his thumb from moving. Like, hey, Isaiah. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Ellen. Look at me. Eyes up here, buddy. Up here. Hey.
Was
It's okay. Okay,
No.
you're.
not okay.
You're here now.
You're fine. You're with your friends. It's okay. You'll be okay.
Isaiah, what happened?
You just kind of fainted, passed out of nowhere.
That's what we saw. What did you see?
The same thing. I lost count after about 1,000.
1,000 what?
20. I was just flicking bones, so playing with, watching them be still in the space. And then one went into the center of the stairs.
Yeah, it fell. It was weird. It actually fell instead of floating.
Only it didn't fall. And then I flicked one into the center of the stairs. And then I flicked one into the center of the stairs. And then
I look back to the others.
Center of the stairs.
I think we have to stay a little bit because Isaiah's. I don't know what to do.
I'm gonna come
I'm
up and just like crouch down in front of Isaiah, just like, Isaiah, hey, listen. I know we're going through some shit, but sitting here.
That's your name, right?
Oh, right. Hey,
You don't
listen,
know.
I don't know him at all.
Nope.
Okay, never mind. Then I don't do this.
Flicked one
Pass.
I'm gonna,
to the center of the stairs.
I lightly touch you on the arm, Isaiah.
And then I flicked one to the center of the stairs.
Isaiah, is it alright if I try something?
And then I flicked one to the center of the stairs.
Okay, I'm just gonna try something. I'm gonna place my hands on either side of his head and just very lightly touch my fingertips, like to his temples. And I'm going to
The center of the stairs.
just dump healing hands and do my best to try to reach out to the entity that I've been connected with.
And then I flicked one to the center of the stairs.
And rather than like healing a body the way it usually does, I'm going to see if I can just focus that into his mind to kind of calm him and bring him back to himself. It's a very weird, fuzzy thing. I'm just trying.
Okay. So you dump. How many points do you dump into him?
Healing hands is a roll.
It's a 3d4, I think.
Yeah.
Go and roll.
To the center of the stairs.
10 points.
Isaiah, if you had taken any damage, you heal 10 points of damage, but your mental state is still as it is.
Fucking A.
Can't move him. He's not going to move.
At this point, Ook walks up to you, Calder, and gently pushes you off of him with a hand. Just shoves you out of the way, and he sits next to him, staring up at the chandelier. Unrusted, like he was. Kind of gleaming. Like
What's
Isaiah
red
had
look
just
like?
tossed him.
Gonna say,
What's that?
What's red look
Frederick
like?
look
my
The same.
super
Old.
Okay.
Oh.
Damn.
Which is kind of shocking to all of you now that you stand in this brightly lit area. Just how much he's aged.
I don't know him.
And I don't know anyone now, right? So
Correct. You know of them. You know faintly of things that you've done with them.
I'm just
It's
gonna.
like remembering that childhood friend that you just, like, that everyone's had and you've never talked to them since you were in kindergarten. Those, like, vague memories of staying over at their house.
All right, listen. I don't know where we are, but that was a hell of a trap. So whatever they're hiding down here is gonna be a crazy score.
Score?
We're here to stop
Yes.
something.
So
Hold on.
I'm sorry. So we all went
Good.
through doorway, correct?
Correct.
I'm gonna head back. to the doorway. I'm going to peek my head through. I'm going to look through and look up. Has the stairwell changed in any way? Do I
Continues
see
to
any?
go on and on and on. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Isaiah, I love that.
Isaiah's broken.
In a big way.
Listen, he's out. That just means we don't gotta split it.
Perception, that's a 22 total.
22 total. No, they continue on.
As
And
in, just kind of.
And on. And on.
Either
You just see endless stairs up.
But
we
there's
risk-
it's still the it's still the sort of golden
Yes.
stairway.
Yep.
Okay.
we
I'll
either
just kind
risk
of step back in and close the door.
we either risk resting here, which could mean death, or we press on, which also could mean death, to be fair.
Well, Isaiah can't move. Look at him. He's completely just disconnected from the rest of us. I think us trying to drag him along is going to be dangerous for everyone.
I don't disagree with you, but we are weighing two potentially very dangerous options.
Maybe we meet in middle. Let's maybe take about an hour or so. I mean, it feels like we've been walking for a long time, both forward and down. Maybe we all just need to take a second.
Falcon, I can only connect to people so many times a day. Will you speak in Isaiah's head? See if you can get through to him a little bit? Let him know that we're here?
I could for sure try. Falcon will crouch down, like maybe like a little bit of space between them, so she's not like getting like in Isaiah's face, and she's gonna look at him and say, "Isaiah, can you hear me? In there?"
Center of the stairs. I flicked one into the center of the stairs.
It's Velkin. The party is here with you. We just want you to know that you're not alone. Can Velkin recall, has Isaiah ever said the name of the person that he's like wrote letters to or anything like that?
He's never wrote letters.
Or he's done something for someone.
You were
Not in the
asking about
party
someone.
site.
Yeah, I don't know if we heard any of that.
Yeah, he was very quiet, very cagey about that.
But as you mentioned alone, he takes off the one pack he never gave to Ook. And digs into it, tossing scrap metal, little bits of wood, and other what most people would consider debris, and what most of grandfather is made out of the way, and almost feverishly digging until he pulls out a little stuffed rabbit that looks like it was somebody's favorite toy for a long time. And he gets a little bit quieter and he hugs it to himself. He stops rocking quite as much, but he's still not paying any attention to you guys, but he's sitting and holding. And he's gotten quieter.
I think it might be a good idea if we just take a little rest. Not too long, but I think he just needs some time. I know how you feel, new one. Looking toward Calder with still a little bit of confusion. But I think he just needs some time.
We can try. We'll give it an hour. We're going to check in with each other every 10 minutes. If one of us notices anybody else forget anything, we move.
Yeah. And let's just take a peek. You and me or somebody, let's just take a peek at the door just to see. We can still wait, but yeah.
I
I'll go.
I did. I don't think it will change. Well, I looked through the doorway back where we came from, and
The other door.
Oh, other.
Yeah, I noticed an
right.
arch moving forward, so I'm
Sorry.
just gonna walk. You're fine. I'm walking
Weird
that way.
day.
I'll join Ren.
Ren and this guy and me will go.
Well, that
Mhm.
we're doing
This guy.
that.
I don't know you, buddy.
If Falcon gets close to Isaiah's stuff, does he react at all? His backpack?
Backpack, no.
Or like the bag that he was digging through?
Nope.
Okay, she's gonna start going through it, and she's looking for anything. Not like the rabbit, but like that she thinks might help jog memories. A name, something that looks like it might be personal that she might be able to get a reaction from.
What does she find, Isaiah? Actually, give me an investigation check, and then he can decide what you find from there.
Okay, I got a 10 on the dice, so I think that's an 18. Yeah, 18.
It is up to you, Isaiah. Did she find anything like that?
You're pretty sure going through. I mean, the rabbit was down at the very bottom of the bag. Nobody's ever seen it before. He's never opened it up that much. But you're pretty damn sure there's nothing else of any sentimental value in there. Mostly just materials. He's probably got the bar of gold and some poison in there, but nothing else that might be sentimental.
Okay, and then my only other question is if Falcon, she's not touching the rabbit, but if she looks close to it, is there a tag with like a name on it or anything? No? Okay.
It seems older, though. I could say it's not just like a brand new child's toy. It seems like it has some age to it.
Couple decades. Maybe.
Yeah. As you're sitting there, Isaiah, you briefly get flashes of you flicking it. That memory continues to come back. Almost like it's a painful memory. You just stop and wince for a moment, just remembering a jail that you were in for, to you, what felt like forever.
Falcon's gonna sit back down in front of Isaiah, kind of studying him for a bit, and then she'll try reaching out mentally again and say, "Who owns the rabbit, Isaiah?" A daughter? A niece? Who's important to you? Who do you want to get back to?
There's nobody to get back to anymore.
Is there someone waiting on you elsewhere?
Certainly not waiting on me.
Vulcan will leave it there. Give him some time to kind of sit, so we can hop over to the others. But she's kind of brainstorming ways she can approach conversation with him to maybe jog his memory, get him active again.
Absolutely. The rest of you.
I'm gonna go with the scouting group too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Egval, you stay with Belkin and Isaiah? Or did you go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah. I would stay with them. I probably would just put out like a bedroll, and in case for whatever reason Isaiah needs it, I'm just gonna be there just to help out Falcon, support.
The rest of you walk the good 1,000 feet or so across this massive dwarven hall. In awe. Eventually, you hear some curses. In the distance, you see Mizo attempting to climb one of the very, very large pillars that you walk through now. As he slides down, he gets a good 10 or feet up until he slides down. He tries again. He turns around, tosses his spear up at the thing. He's really trying to get towards that chandelier.
We should have let him leave when he wanted to.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be this obnoxious. I didn't think he'd forget what he was doing.
Speaking of, what is the job here?
I
know I was looking for
not
something.
a job. Okay, so you were looking for Sloan, is that correct?
Right, that's it. Lost
Right,
the name
yes.
for a second.
We're
He's
looking.
here.
That's who we're looking for. Yeah, we're trying to find him.
He's doing something real bad. We're trying to stop him.
All right, understood.
Calder, you forgot about me? I'm hurt.
I guess. Yeah.
Look at
sure.
Ren with a smile. It's kind of a pain smile because he loves playing with Calder, but it's like, yeah.
Ben's gonna look at you and she's gonna go, he remembers me. It's like in a teasing way.
Yeah. She's right. I do.
I don't remember any of y'all. Is that wrong? Is this not the first job looking for these people?
Not
I mean,
by far.
not for us. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Shit.
We've been after this
Technically, we
Sloan
worked
character
together
for a while.
for a bit, so
We've built up some trust.
I feel
By
like
the
I've
way-
been looking for him for a while.
Redrick looks rough.
To those that know him.
Like he's getting
Patchy-
older?
He's not getting older, per se. But he didn't age well. Like an old, grizzled warrior.
Shit.
But the pox of dragon scale does look unhealthy on him.
Redrick, just
Like-
out of curiosity, how are you feeling?
Fucking tired.
Sore.
Walking for a while. Yeah. A little sore.
Yes, a very, very, very long time for some of us. Do me a favor, don't look at the floor or anything with the reflective surface.
I
just for your own
immediately
sake.
look at a reflective surface. Why would you say that?
Well, you see a 52-year-old Redrick covered in pale red dragon scales that pock his face and his hands.
Do I recognize that as wrong even at this point? Like
You do.
Okay.
It puts you into almost a shock.
I like squint and like reach towards it. Just like look at my own hand like what the fuck?
This is going to happen eventually. Might as well do it now.
So pale, pocked, do they look like diseased in any way or like they're affecting his skin differently or anything like
They
that?
just don't look healthy. They almost look like patches of psoriasis, right? Like,
Oh.
yeah, it's like unhealthy, and the skin itself just does not look like natural. Like whenever Redrick transforms into his dragon state, it looks like the scales are bright red, and like the skin itself seems to just looks natural. This looks like if he was plagued by some sort of disease, like a leper, almost.
What is going on here? Is some sort
This is
of
Bucky.
joke? Fuck.
I don't know. We don't know what's going on. Maybe we can try. Maybe there's a way to reverse what's happening to you when we're done. I don't know, but
Hopefully.
There better be a
This is
fucking
you.
way. Fuck.
How close are we to the archway at this point?
You're getting pretty close. And as you get closer, you see it's not just an archway, but it is a doorway with these two massive oak doors that stand under a golden archway. The gold bricks kind of sitting oddly on the wall, forming this massive arch. Within the arch are these two dark oak doors. The handles themselves probably stand 5 or 6 feet in height, comparatively, made of a pure black substance. Just long rods.
Obsidian possibly, or
Resemble it. The same
You know-
dark blackish color.
You don't suppose
Any-
there might be traps?
there definitely could
Probably.
be. I'm gonna check, and then also, I want to look for any traps, and then any potential, again, any markings or any signs of anybody here before us.
Okay, investigation check.
Guidance.
Thank you. Castus, give me a hand.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
So investigation with advantage and guidance.
Sure.
Yay!
Yay.
This one. I'm glad I asked for help.
Advantage and
Okay,
D4.
thank God. That first one was a nat 20. The second one is a 14 plus 8, so 22 plus the D4. Right, 20, yeah.
Natural 20
20
plus whatever your modifier is, right?
'Cause you have a
Yeah,
dwarf.
exactly.
Yeah, plus the
no.
D4.
So for
Plus the
20, fuck math, quiet, hang on.
2 plus
24.
2. 24.
It was 2 plus 2. It
There you
was
go.
22
Look at
plus 2.
There's 2 2s. They equal 4.
She's so
Crazy how-
stressed. She's so stressed.
Okay, crazy how that works.
Ah,
You don't see any signs of traps. I mean, it is 2 large closed oak wooden doors. You don't see a tripwire. You don't see any practical traps that you would notice. You do notice one thing. Small grooves on the ground
as if it's moved.
in an arc.
Yeah.
Kind of reach back towards the door.
Someone's been here.
I mean, if it's a door, that's those. Can we tell how old those grooves are? I mean, it's a door. If it's been used, it would have worn in just naturally.
It would be hard. You can give me a nature check to see if you can assess the nature of the stone,
Oh, sure. Why not? I'm so good with
of
that.
the metal.
Imagine that would most likely be over time. Repeated use.
All right. This is a nature. Oh, that's a -1. So
Nice.
Very good.
that's a 9.
So when I say it's grooves, it's not like it's scraped on the ground. There is actually a groove that sits about 5 inches wide and about 3 inches deep, and it runs in an arc from the center of the door outward.
Like a slide.
There you go.
We probably don't want to open this until we're actually ready to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not. I will just go ahead though and like put my ear against it, see if I hear anything from beyond.
Perception check.
There's a small gap like underneath it, so I can try to look underneath it and see.
Go ahead and help her. Roll your own, actually.
Hey, I'll roll my own. Okay.
11 for me.
An 11.
Well, it's 15 for me.
With an 11 and 15, you both hear Mizo continuously cussing under his breath. You hear the clinking and clanking of a spear hitting the ground repeatedly. No other signs of noises behind the door. With the 15, as you hear this kind of like, you get up from looking underneath it, you see something on the opposite side of the room. A very similar doorway.
Damn.
Damn it.
Closed doors.
Point that out. Have 2 doors.
This is highly unfortunate.
Options. Let's get back to the others, I guess.
I feel like Redrick just kind of stopped when he was looking at his reflection, and he's kind of like gone up to a pillar and like taken off like the sweater and just like looked at like his back and stuff.
Same
And,
pock-like scales.
just kind of like muttering under his breath like shit. And then like as you guys start to walk back, just like, hey, Finding Sloane, I remember it being worth it. Is it worth this?
It's worth it. Come on, Gramps. Keep walking.
Fuck you. I'm coming.
You return to the party. Ook sitting gently next to Isaiah. Belkin, were you doing anything in specific other than what you had already done? Try to probe him at all.
He's still occasionally like trying to poke at his mind, asking him a few questions, seeing if she
Okay.
gets any sort of response. Do you know where you are? How are you doing? Do you know who I am? Do you know who that is? Pointing to Egg, just seeing if she can get any sort of like movement going in his brain.
The answers come slowly, but more casually as you keep asking questions. Yes, I know where I am. Yes, I know who you are. When you ask how is he doing, he laughs in your head.
At some point, as he's starting to like kind of reply more, Vulcan gets an idea and she turns to Egg and she says, Egg, do you remember the food that Isaiah chose to have when you gave him something?
I don't have that written down. What was the food that you chose that was your favorite, for your thing? I know Egg would remember, but me as a character, I'm terrible.
I don't know, but Egg
You
was
as a
paying
character, huh?
attention.
You are about a character.
I remember
Egg
that
would have remembered!
I
It
remember
was a
that
trail
it's
mix, wasn't
something
it?
very
Some sort of
like
trail mix.
I remember that it's something very like handmade and like not
Yeah.
perfect. Like
It
but I
was the
don't remember
Okay, yeah, no, okay, so I remember. So it was I don't remember the specific type of cookie, but it was a very bad. It was a cookie that was made, I believe you specified, from like a child. Like, I think it was like the first time that they tried to make cookies. And it probably really wasn't that good, but to you it was.
Is that
That's what I
you make?
remember.
Yeah, that was basically the description. Like,
And I was and I love I love that you brought this up, Velkin, because I was thinking about having to do this. So I will do one of my usual hand motions, but you, Isaiah, don't feel a warmth in your pocket, though the hand motion is towards you. Instead, I make the hand motion and sort of close my hands, and as I open them, a similar looking cookie appears. And I'll just kind of hand it over towards you. It's warm, it's fresh, as if it was just made.
he makes sure his left hand is between his knees and can't move, and then he will take it and sort of, oh God, the most broken laugh crying as he eats.
I hope you enjoy it, my friend. You certainly deserved it.
Vulcan will reach out and put a hand gently on his knee. Just like a soft sign of support,
He is definitely, eventually, he stopped rocking and mumbling, and he's mostly just being still. Especially after not having been able to stop moving for so long, he is being very still. But there are definite signs of reasons to hope.
Eventually, the rest of you return.
How long
Vulcan
were
will
we
wave
away?
in response.
Sorry, go ahead, Vulcan. What'd you say?
Oh, she just waves to them as they
Okay.
kind of.
10, 15 minutes.
As we come back, then I'll check in. Who am I? Point to Belkin remembered me, I think, right?
Hot one.
Name?
She kind of like scrunches her nose up a bit.
Come on.
Mm.
You're never gonna get another piggyback ride.
Oh, it's Calder. I've known this whole time. I'm sorry to tell you.
Good. Ren. Who am I?
Yep. Calder, Egg, Falcon, Isaiah, Red, Castus.
Just red. That doesn't
Well,
sound
it's
right.
your name's Frederick. I just call you Red sometimes.
You sure?
Yeah. What do you think your name is?
Not Redrick. That sounds fucking stupid. Who came up with that?
No clue. Do you remember anything about yourself? Do you remember your family?
Yes? No? Bits and pieces?
Not really.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
Very, very little. Like
That is very
flashbacks.
rough.
You remember like a hand and a presence. Like your father's presence. You remember the touch of a friend and a laughter of a young girl. You remember a loneliness. That's still pretty heavy.
Seeing him look confused, I'm gonna walk towards him and just like pull him a couple of feet away from the party and then whisper in his ear, just Elena and the kids. Just quiet enough so no one else hears it.
Nothing?
Nope.
No. Am I supposed to?
Just keep that to yourself. I'm gonna go back to the others and be like, he doesn't remember shit.
Right.
Oh God.
Well, everybody else seems to be holding to kind of where we've been, right?
I think
Fine.
so.
Falcon, how's Isaiah been?
He's coming around. We're getting him there.
He needs more time. I think an hour should be okay for now.
I think
We're
honestly,
working on it.
as exhausted as we all are, maybe we try to take a rest. Maybe now that we're out of that fucking starry hallway, stairway, we're kind of out of that effect.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move towards one of the walls, if you guys don't mind, just to have her back towards something.
Yeah, that's probably a good
We can
idea.
do that. We'll take watches in twos, and the people who
Yeah.
are awake will continuously check in with each other to make sure we're not losing more memories.
And let's people who remember the most stay up. So Redrick, you definitely sleep all night. I'm fine. I can stay up for one of the watches.
I haven't felt my memory slip once since we've been in here.
Who am I?
Your name's
I don't
Redrick.
know.
You're kind of an asshole sometimes, but you're also kind of fun.
And you are going to sleep. So how about you kind
Yeah.
of just head down for a bit and try to get some rest, okay?
I don't know. This ain't sitting right with me.
It usually doesn't, though, but that's okay.
Fuck.
I guess if we're going to be moving positions, I'm just gonna sort of calmly and slowly offer my hand toward Isaiah. Just kind of help him up if you take it. If we're gonna move positions.
He'll look up and then
We're just gonna be moving right over there. We won't be too far.
he looks up at you and then down at his hand and the rabbit and then
We can keep
at
the rabbit.
all of the people and then at all of the people around him. And his eyes narrow a little bit and he stuffs the rabbit back in the bag and starts packing it all back up. And then eventually stands up.
Alright, then I'll take back my outstretched hand. We're just gonna move over here. Okay.
Big baby man, can you help me out with something? Give me a boost.
Just gotta chuckle to myself. 1 second. Hold on. I'll be right there. I'm just gonna look back to Isaiah. Are you gonna be okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. And I'll just go wander over. What do you want? What's up? You said you need a boost?
Yeah, and he begins to tell you how he wants to stand on your shoulders to help him climb up the pillar.
How tall is the pillar again?
80, 100, pretty high.
80, 100.
I'm just gonna start to get into a conversation / argument of if he can even get up there, and if so, why, and if possible, if he even can. For however long that takes, and at some point, I will help him up, but still argue with him.
As Ook and as Egval and Mizo argue how they're going to figure out to get Mizo up there to the chandelier, the rest of you move where? To the center of the room, edge of the room, a corner.
Edge of the room.
Yeah.
Which side?
Wall with the door that we came out of.
So the right. Oh, the back side, the back wall.
You guys are already kind of pressed up against the back wall. Isaiah did not move very far. Kind of imagine you guys were already there.
Just into the right corner, maybe.
Yeah,
Sure.
Maybe away from that door, but still keeping it to the back there.
Sure.
Hey, Vulcan, do you want to take watch with me tonight? I kind of want to pick your brain.
Yeah.
Okay.
If y'all are taking first, wake me up for a second.
Yeah, I can stay up with Quilder for a second too, because I can do 2.
Okay, I'll do third watch then.
Third
Remember-
watch with Egg, probably, right?
Yeah, Egg would probably be better.
Should definitely be. Yeah, 2s for sure.
Isaiah and Redrick need to sleep.
Yeah.
Remember
Agreed.
to check in with each other. Run down the list.
Yeah.
You all settle
Absolutely.
in this tight, small little corner in a very vast and massive room. This ancient golden hall, which you assume was owned by the dwarves. Experience some sort of journey that you guys have never thought that you would get yourselves into ever in your entire life, nor could you ever really imagine. As you sit there and begin to set up camp, you begin to ponder what exactly you all had just gone through. Where the hell were you? Where the hell are you? What have you guys got yourselves into? And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Shit.
So
Fucking go. God damn.
How's...
Lord, man.
Do I remember how to end an episode? Is that lost? I don't think we know how to end an episode anyway.
This kept rolling so bad.
I
much
know.
tension.
I got 3
This whole-
nat ones on saves.
The whole episode has been tension.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Like just so
I wasn't even in half of it, and I was 10.
It's not wrong. Anyway, to everyone hanging out, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. We love you. We had a couple followers, or I
Hell
guess
yeah.
Neon RP2 followed during the stream. Thank you for following again, Neon. I
Which
guess
I'll-
Thank
we
you,
love
Neon.
and we also had that dude Andy subscribed with Prime.
That's my boy Andy.
Andy.
Nice.
It's my
Let's
talk
go.
buddy.
Glad to have you on the stream. We did some announcements up front, but just make sure to check out Discord, our social media. We'll be posting announcements there, and the TikTok, of course, might have some announcements on it. I don't know. We'll see what Joel wants to do there. It'll be fun, I'm sure. But yeah, if you want to get in on the giveaway, follow soon. We're getting close, coming up on it. But other
Sir.
than that, I think that's all I got.
I think that's it.
Yes.
Be kind, be happy, smile a little bit, give your grandma a hug, your dad a kiss, whatever else you got to do. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Good night, guys. Bye.